Hello everyone, and welcome to tonight's session of Realm of Shades Hyrule, Shadows of the Light Realm, Chapter 1, Risk of Reward. Before we get right into it, we are currently missing Garbo. He is currently on vacation, which is very ironic because we have his art in for Conrad. Let me, real quick.
We do?
We do.
Yep.
Let me just switch to the general as the thing hasn't loaded just yet.
Give art.
I'll give art in a moment. There we go.
Must
All right.
steal art.
Yeah,
Must steal
okay.
art.
I'll be posting
I'm
it.
just gonna recycle the art.
I will be posting it later.
It's not stealing, it's recycling.
No. That's NPCs. I need images. I should have been more prepared for this.
Hey, Christian's here.
Hey, Chris, you're here just in time.
I'll be on
and let me.
for the next 2 weeks, by the way. Chat, stream watchers.
Yeah, Zom's
probably just me and Reaper, except for Reaper doesn't watch our streams no more because he hates me.
Oh my.
Look at the boy.
That's a joke.
He's hot.
Oh my
He
god,
is
he's hot.
16.
I would not have expected that to be what he looked like.
I expected him to be a little bit more scruffy.
Why does he look like he has a lizard face? Oh!
Lethalfos.
Yeah. It took me a moment there. I was like, wow, he looks like Mark Zuckerberg. Wait a minute.
And this was, of course, done by the wonderful Sid. You can find her at twitter.com/sourFlowr, I think. This FLOWR. WR.
Wait,
And what?
why is Conrad's chest bound?
Oh,
Is Conrad secretly a girl?
no.
Probably wounds or something. Who knows?
Or just fashion.
Or just fashion.
Yeah,
Maybe
you
just
never
a
know. Anyway,
fashion factor.
this art, of course, you can see in full on either our Discord server, which you can find down below, either in either description or on the wiki when I eventually update that. Anyway,
Yeah, boomerang sword.
indeed. Anyway, I say we get right into the recap. So when we last left off, the party awoke the morning after, soon bidding farewell to Link before departing after a bit of shopping in the town of Whittleton. With Grim at the carriage's helm, the group made their way towards Castletown on a several-day journey of little activity. Arriving in Hyrule's central city, they separated from the Paladins of the Sleeping God and received their long-deserved reward from Joralf at the Royal Bank of Hyrule. When all business was done, they traveled to the Church of Light to tend to Hyle's unending affliction. Soon learning no one short of the Six Sages could do anything for him. With this looming over their heads, the party took advantage of their location and shopped around Castletown's market for items both magical and mundane, equipping themselves for their next eventual task. Unfortunately, while wandering the streets, Hyle, ever the lucky individual, found himself nearly the victim of a pickpocket, against whom he was quick to spring to action. However, before the situation could worsen, an elder man, known as Harkin, stepped in, scolding his pickpocketing early 20s niece, just to clarify that, as I apparently did not allude to her age properly, Shahana, before inviting the party for drinks at a nearby bar. The party conversed with a man, eventually interrupted by a law student with grand opinions and a certain important Sheik warrior who took Shahana away for training. Upon parting ways with Harkin, they began their way to Castletown's industrial district, where they're to meet with Dr. Appa, Lynn's technical mentor and Eon's caretaker.
Shit, could we have retconned instead of going home? I went straight to Dr. Appa's.
Yeah, we were talking about that. And stop pausing my music streamer mode. That is annoying.
No.
Okay. So, yep, the Castletown is, of course, it's just as it's been, going to the industrial district. Apparently somebody just retweeted the tweet. Heading over to the industrial district, you pretty well go through the lower residential district to get there. Eventually, you get through the gates. These actually rather guarded gates. As I am going to bring up the description of the residential district in my notes, or industrial rather. It seems to be well guarded. You are required to identify yourself before entering. However, they are.
Which area are we going? I figured I should actually open up the basic layout since it was in the game.
To the industrial district of Castletown.
Okay.
Sorry, distraction. Yeah, it's rather guarded. You are required to identify yourself. I'm just going to skip over that because Lynn happens to go in there commonly.
Yeah.
And you...
I was gonna say you're also skipping over everyone else then going there, identifying themselves.
Pretty much, it'll be like a recommendation thing.
Okay.
I'll just reshare. I'll just reshare for Chris. Look at the boy. He's the boy. So,
Diamond
eventually,
needs.
I probably would have. Sorry. Knowing Lynn, he probably would have told the guards Eon's on his way, and then that'll have a little entourage.
Understood. So, do you want to have waited like at the gates for them?
No, I would have gone straight to Dr. Appa.
Gone straight to Dr. Appa's? Alrighty.
Mm-hmm. I have to go nerd out with the man.
Understandable. So, Lynn, you come across the very familiar, medium-sized house, 2-story building with its metal finish, and a sign on the door, just pretty much just saying it's the residence of Dr. Appa. No special name for it because, well, it's Dr. Appa's shop. What would you like to do, my dude?
I opened the door.
The door is currently locked.
I knock on the door.
All right. So, knocking on the door. We'll give it a few minutes before everyone else arrives. It takes some time to get here. It is a rather weak knock. I'll say that.
What was that? Must have been the wind.
Anyway. After another knock, a little bit stronger this time, more forceful, you do hear the fiddling of a lock on the other side. And who you meet on the other side of the door as it just swings open with a small creak. Thank you for the bit spell, Mwert, however you pronounced your last name. I apologize. 66. Triangles, indeed.
I didn't know if it would show up for you or not.
On the other side of the door, you see this redheaded, looks to be early 20s young
Child.
girl. Early 20s child, yes.
Fight on somehow made it back.
It's fight on. It is a woman.
Okay.
There's
Is
these,
it a Hylian woman? Like it's not like.
It is in fact an Arcadian woman. You note her round ears, rather
Okay.
Nice straight red hair.
'Cause you said red hair, and that could be Hylian, Arcadian, Gerudo, or Twillet.
Now if you just wait.
No.
Sort of has on this rather tame sort of blue Sunday dress kind of style. She looks at you for a moment. Can I help you?
Yes. My name is Lynn. I'm an apprentice under Dr. Appa. I've been away on business. Come to let him know I'm back.
Oh, you're Lynn. Oh, okay. The doctor's just in the back currently. But what are people doing on the map?
Took you a while to know. Triangle.
I thought you were talking about Conrad.
No,
No.
those are diamonds. I noticed he was moved even before that, and then I just start seeing triangles.
I saw someone move it, and then I just was like, triangles.
Anyway. Yeah, come right in. She
Have I
opens
met
up the
this
door.
woman before?
No. She
Sorry to
opens up-
bother you.
Sorry?
Oh, go ahead.
She
My bad.
opens up the door. Inside, you see the shop that you know pretty well. The bottom floor being built to be this rather messy workshop. Workbenches lining the walls with tools, materials, and projects, and inventions scattered all across the floor, pretty much.
So basically, my apartment, but a little bit bigger.
Basically, yes, pretty much. Probably a little messier, to be honest.
It doesn't
Eon
matter,
hasn't
I
been
know.
here for a while.
It's fine. I am I'm a man of science. I can get through this like nothing. For everyone else, it would be my bucket. The terrain thing.
Difficult terrain?
Yeah, for everyone else, it's difficult terrain, but me and Dr. Alpha can move through it like normal.
All
You
right.
got the artificer's version of the ranger's ability to move through difficult terrain.
Oh, hell yeah.
It's only messy workshops.
More like
Yep.
Dr. Appa's like, I gotta go to that room, and like the doors fully submerged. He just walks through the mess.
He just phases through it.
Yeah.
Anyway, she lets you, she steps to the side, letting you in.
Oh, thank you very much. I pardon my manners. What is your name?
Marin.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Marin. I have some stuff to talk to them about. You're welcome to come with. I'm sorry for pulling you away.
Oh, please, you were traveling with, what's his name? Sorry,
Eon?
Yes, him. Is he
He-
all right? Appa has
he's
been.
fine.
He's fine?
He's accompanying the others while shopping. I just have some things I needed to get done.
Oh, okay.
Out shopping, more staring at stuff, going. No.
Drink, take
I'm a
a swig
shopper.
of drink.
I did. It's a joke.
Window shopping.
Yeah.
He's shopping for windows.
Would you like me to go get him, or?
I know I can find him. It's
Okay.
probably better. It's probably better not to. He's probably working on something, so it's better to not pull him away from it.
You know Appa. Anyway,
We are
be my
two
guest.
sides of the same coin. And I clip through the door.
You clip through the. Yeah. Okay.
I go through the door to where I know he normally
So.
works. And as Dr. Appa would, I clip through the door.
Misty steps through the door.
No. I clip through the door. There's a difference.
He just no clips through the door. The Hyrule has a few game-breaking bugs around. Careful you don't
Castle
soft lock
Town.
yourself.
It's too many. What's the term?
Too many assets running in Castle Town.
Yes, too many assets running in one area.
Too many
Just
separate
dumped
entities.
out his entire
Entities.
rupee bag
Don't worry.
on the ground. All right, I'm ready to go anywhere.
Alrighty. All right. So heading through the door to the back, you find yourself in what looks to be a.
Could I have had the armor retract back into its into like the little amulet thing?
Sure.
But Okay. I don't need to be armored.
Okay.
Dr.
And
Dr.
then
Apple,
get
please.
stabbed.
It's fine.
Yeah,
I have a
um,
14 AC. It's fine.
You waltz to the back room, which is decorated rather similarly. Still workshops around the walls, but there is, you note, this sort of mechanical blue flamed forge, which you know to be an ancient forge, the only one that's actually in Castletown, along with a few other pieces of more sensitive equipment, which you know that Appa is very meticulous about. And working at one of the workshops, kind of slanted against the face of the one bench, in front of him, this small contraption looks to be in the shape of some kind of bird, might be a flying machine of some kind. You see this elderly Sheikah man.
So he's the short fun kind.
He looks to be pretty short, around Conrad, not Conrad's, around Toby's height actually.
Good.
Um,
So
Sorry.
most times it's
So very Pura and
very much.
except not as young looking because Pura doesn't age.
but that's not important to this moment.
That is not important at all. Yeah, sort of has a sluggish posture, large glasses, receding white hair, in these sort of workman's clothes. You see Dr. Appa face planted in the workbench. You hear a subtle snore.
I will go over and tap him on the shoulder.
Oh, you poor soul.
You tap him on the shoulder. Doesn't. Oh, Jesus. Audio's doing something weird.
Uh-oh.
Hold up. Oh, this is technical difficulties. That ain't good.
No.
Uh-oh.
No.
Uh-oh.
We good now? I think so. Okay. All right.
We're good.
That was weird. Just set up the office and already have technical difficulties. Great. Alrighty. Your immediate attempt to try to push him awake, not so successful.
Dr. Appa.
Let me to roll something real quick. All right. After a moment, you saying, he begins to shake awake slightly. Sort of sitting up, sort of fixing his glasses. Sort of squints at you with his, well, rather squinting red eyes. Lynn, is that you?
No, it's Dale from accounting. Yes, it's me.
Oh, you jokester. Well, what are you doing here? You were on a adventure, I thought.
We're back. Eon went shopping with the other people we met, but
That's wonderful.
yeah, he's made plenty of friends. I'm very happy for him.
They bought nothing.
Well,
But I have some things to show you.
ooh.
And I will pull out the Guardian Core.
Oh, it has been quite a while
The-
since I've seen one so rather large.
Did you say it's about the same size as my armor core?
It could be made to be that way, but it's kind of something that has to be configured.
Okay. Like he helped me figure out my armor, so he would
Pretty
have.
much.
Okay. And then the Goma plates And then I will show him the pendant of courage.
Interesting. Did you all kill a Goma?
Yes.
That's interesting. You also, where did you get this core? Did you find it somewhere on the island?
We fought this spider-looking contraption. Had a couple similar motifs to E. Would I have noticed that?
It's
It had
not hard to notice.
that Eon and the thing
Even
had.
have similar color.
Similar colors on his head. There
design
is
element.
a design similarity.
A spider-looking is very like squid or spider-looking. Had
Oh.
one eye.
That would be a guardian. Ooh, where was that on the island? In
That was the temple.
the temple. Must have been an ancient Sheikah contraption. Guardians haven't been a commonality in a long time.
One of our companions made a hole in it. It was very impressive.
Hmm.
I didn't even think about that. I wonder if I could have talked to it.
And who are
But,
your companions? I assume they are headed this way.
Definitely, we are. I split off early because I wanted to show you these and some plans I drew up while on the island.
Ooh. And what is this? He sort of indicates to the pendant.
It is a magic pendant that was effectively after we beat the Guardian, it opened up a chamber opened up, and that was inside of it.
I don't imagine you're allowed to tell me what was inside the chamber.
Other than the pendant and the sword Eon got, and maybe some gauntlets. No, I'm not allowed to. As much as I wish to tell you.
Matter of national security. Understandable.
Understand. But, no, we have do we know Conrad, the former pirate? I don't think so.
He
It's
has
like
kind of the air of a
a
pirate.
privateer. I could
Yeah, I
assume
think
a
about
privateer.
Some sort of like
Definitely-
ship person.
Definitely feels
Definitely.
coastal.
Yeah.
We had a sailor
That works.
who knew his way around the sword. Effectively a homeless man, but he had interest. He comes up with plans that surprise even me, and they work better than anything I can come up with. So
And his hand close.
I must begrudgingly accept he's good at improvising. A paladin of Hylia, and then a mercenary from Huron Castletown.
Well, I will be delighted to meet them.
I just wanted your opinion on something. I'm gonna point out the elemental gauntlets plans. Do you know what would be the best way of either replicating the thunder gauntlets on my armor or using like another elemental equivalent on getting them to work?
He looks over your plans. Quite intricate.
And they need to be light. I can't risk them weighing down the wielder.
Tell you what.
I have some gems that we can use for the what's the word I'm looking for?
Bonus.
For the element, but I'm thinking of a specific word. The output. To get the desired output we want.
Could work. You can leave these plans with me and I can try to tinker, of course. For a fee. Never do anything like this for free. You understand? I have
Oh.
a shop to run.
Oh, definitely. Gotta. Oh, that reminds me. I'm going to take out the Heck.
Yeah.
I have to look at something real quick. I have to figure out which gem is decently priced that I'm not completely. I'll take out one of the pearls, and I'll say this is a thank you for stonewalling Rupert for as long as you did.
Oh. Well, I guess the fine young lad came around here and was asking where you were. I, well, wasn't too inclined to answer, but he, well, you know how much I love baked goods.
No. Yes. He bribed you with some cookies, didn't he?
Perhaps.
Not as good as Leon's, though.
No. The local bakery is actually rather disappointing. I regret it after the fact.
But, could we consider that pearl to be a down payment on the gauntlets, as well as a thank you?
He takes up the gem, sort of adjusts his glasses a little bit. I think that'll work quite nicely.
Right. And then, do you think you'll need any of these other gems for the elemental output?
It depends on how I decide to do it. You wanting thunder?
Silver, what do you want?
Probably lightning, honestly.
He's
Not
lightning
force.
or radiant, probably.
Oh, radiant will be quite difficult.
That's what I
Divine
thought.
energy is never quite so simple. Let me look at the colors real quick of some of the gems.
I think if we were gonna do the radiant, we'd do the Star Wars sports. But
We're gonna have to find a meteor for radiant.
I
yeah,
was gonna say, for Radiant, you would also have to find. Well, it would probably have to be a dual work between Appa and like a Saint or heck, even maybe one of the six. To, like, bless it.
The amethyst for purple lightning.
Pretty cool. I don't know.
Let me just real quick check something Breath of the Wild.
You gonna check what the
Thunder
earring
is.
stuff and earrings
The lightning uses.
yeah.
It's yellow, if I'm not mistaken.
Topaz or whatever it was.
Yeah,
the
that makes
amber
sense.
earrings
Topaz. I couldn't think what it was called. I just knew it was yellow.
What do you do?
Topaz was a bit more of the orange, I think.
Yeah,
Watery gold to rich golden color.
well, anyway.
Chrysoprase? Maybe?
I'm just
Or that'd be thunder.
What color is it?
Translucent green.
That'd be more like thunder. What I'm looking for is kind of a yellowish.
Then the amber, maybe.
For the life of me, don't remember what the amber earrings do in Breath of the Wild.
This gemstone is transparent, watery gold to rich golden color.
Alright.
I said in Breath of the Wild.
Amber,
Cool.
defense up, diamond, guardian
Defense up.
resistance, opal, swim, ruby, cold, sapphire, heat, topaz, shock.
Okay, amber is just armor, effectively.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I was right. It was Topaz.
I could
Yeah.
have, I totally could have just gone into the items that I have to figure that out. But anyway,
Tangents.
saying they're amber earrings of defense. Anyway,
Pearls, opaque, lustrous, white, yellow, or pink.
Pearls are like close to opal, right?
They're
we'll leave off the gem for now. I'll figure it out.
Okay. If you need extra payment for the parts, let me know when I'm in town. We're probably going to be.
I will send you a letter if I can. The retail postmen are quite efficient, so I hear.
And indeed, I hope they're efficient. That's like on the other side of the portal, if they even do that, or if they just send off the postage to
Or
the
have you sent a letter to your dearest?
I did write one. The first thing I did when I got back.
great. Now all I can imagine is you're using text lingo to make it easier.
But no, I made a star chart on the journey. But that first night here was spectacular, breathtaking even, and I wanted to give her something that could inspire awe in the Twilight Realm.
Well,
So
Or
I'm hoping. I sent it to her tailor. I sent a letter to her tailor, and a letter to her, and the star chart to her family's tailor, and then hoping they can make something for her
oh. Well,
with the stars and constellation. We don't have those.
shall I say we have Marin put on some tea and wait for your friends then?
Ah, yes. I didn't know Marin. It was quite the surprise when she answered the door instead of you.
Yes, well, you know how I can be. Without Eon here, it was
Supervision.
quite difficult, admittedly. But I decided to hire on a little bit of extra help. Marin offered to work for part-time. And I have a few other people coming in every once in a while. I figured it might be this way for another little bit, all things considered.
But I understand that exactly. Sobna's often had to make sure I don't spend a night in my workshop back home.
Kindred spirits, my friend, kindred spirits.
But some tea would be excellent. Any specific kind? Are you?
Some herbal tea, or we even have black tea. Whatever you like.
Does black tea with some citrus sound okay?
I'll have Marin get it right away. And so we don't have to do that. Everyone else, you eventually arrive in the industrial district. Won't slog over with the same descriptions. You, with Eon in the lead, you make your way.
I'm only curious, as walking through, does any of the shops wave at Eon or anything like that, or anything like that, or they're like, eh?
Well, you get a few nods here and there because did my music pause again? It did. Why'd you pause again?
Eon's a much more common site there
Yeah.
than really anywhere else.
Yeah.
You arrive at the doorstep of Dr. Appa's shop. Dr. Appa Shoppa.
Dr. Appa.
I like
that.
it.
That's the name now.
That's the name now.
I'm gonna make a note.
Does he? I didn't catch that when you were saying for Lynn. Does he have one of the big knockers, or is it more normal style?
It's pretty much a regular reinforced door.
Okay.
Pretty basic shop, honestly, for someone that's supposed to be helping Lynn, I suppose. Lynn seemed a bit fancy with his armor and stuff. Figured you'd have be living in a place that's a bit more reinforced, bigger than this. More, I guess, like technological looking.
Easier to repair means easier to repair, and then we'll.
If there's an explosion, me and Dr. Appa simultaneously spill our tea on a contraption and it explodes.
All right.
Wow,
So,
what a bunch of clumsy people.
do you knock?
I open the door and knock with my other hand,
All right.
like
So-
a 3 rapid would be something Eon would probably do every single time.
Oh,
So,
does Marin know what to expect when she enters that door, or should I get the door?
I'm sure it'll be fine. So,
Sip
you
tea.
all we need a Lynn tea emote. We just need a bunch of emotes. That's what we need.
Yes. But I will say, upon opening up, I'd probably take a step in and freeze, and you would hear clicking sounds as I just start slowly circling the circle to look at the whole room.
It is certainly
you all
a
right
bit
there?
more of a mess.
You fool.
Cool. Dude, that's all.
You all see coming down a set of stairs the same girl, Marin.
Would I
Hello.
recognize her any?
No, you do not.
Not at all. Okay.
Hello. You must be Mr. Lynn's friend. He and Dr. Appa are in the back there.
Looks at you.
Just thinking of the mess, and proceed to walk towards the mess before anything else.
Eon, leave the mess alone.
A dirty workplace
Please.
causes problems.
It's not dirty. Dr. Appa knows exactly where everything is.
It's actually quite dirty.
Oh, okay.
Looks quite dirty.
All right.
Says a person who's usually covered in dirt.
As
Looks
Eon begins just sort of sorting everything together, cleaning up the mess in general, putting everything up to its the places on the walls or in like cupboards and drawers. Everyone else, you guys, I guess, head back.
Oh, would I have put everything back? I would put everything back in my bag. Before this?
You would have had time.
Okay.
Probably, but
Ooh.
schematics, because he's looking at them.
Yeah, except for the schematics. I'm going to leave the schematics with Dr. Appa.
Oh, you must be Lynn's and Eon's friends.
Traveling companions and also associates, people who work together. Yeah.
You can call those people friends, Hyle.
I mean,
This is
sure.
very heroic music for this.
Snarky banter.
I gotta go check real quick.
I changed it. Well, you may make yourself comfortable. Marin is putting on some more tea, I assure you.
Takes a seat. I pull out a chair and just sit on it and cross one of my legs over the other.
Oh. Well, to formally introduce myself, I am Dr. Appa.
For some reason, I thought his middle name would be Phineas. I don't know why.
He only has
Felonious.
one name.
Yeah, I know, but for some reason, I feel like that would be
Phineas
He has a middle
Appa.
name, no last name.
Yeah.
Felonious.
Come on,
Phineas
that works.
Felonious Appa. Okay. This is Hyle, the mercenary I was telling you about.
I do work here.
The gentleman with the interesting plans is that man over there. Points at Roscoe.
Oh, the perfect song just came on for this introduction.
Zombie, are you muted, by the way?
Yes. Yes,
Okay.
I was muted.
And then the shorter gentleman in the back is Toby, the paladin.
Toby looks around visibly confused.
And then the
Is there anything big
Gentleman.
and bright red?
Roll perception.
and then the gentleman with
Already
all
on
the,
it. Shit.
the gentleman with all the swords, that is
Why
Conrad.
did I decide to clean?
Ah, damn.
Doesn't seem to be. It's mostly like a blue sort of schema.
So is there anything that looks like it should not be messed with?
Pretty much everything.
Yes.
What's the nearest thing? What have I just picked up?
You activated the final boss.
You activate the self-destruct button.
Oh no, the kill switch for all of Castletown.
Oh, no.
Instant kill mode activated.
The moon's coming down. You sort of reach over to this sort of cube-like contraption. Several buttons on it. You're not really sure what it is. Fits in one hand.
Is that what I think it is, Dr. Appa?
Well, a lot of it could be what you think it is. If you would please put that down. Much of the equipment here is quite sensitive.
I pushed the button before putting it down.
God damn it.
I did say he was an interesting fellow, did I not?
So the out of the top, out of this sort of antenna a little bit, a beam fires and hits into the roof. Please.
How big is this beam?
That's quite small. Only leaves like a little
it's
burn mark.
Okay.
Is it loud?
Not necessarily.
Roscoe sticks his hand over the
Okay.
antenna and pushes it again.
Oh my god.
All right.
Roscoe, can you not?
How much damage did we take?
You're only going to
100
take 1
D6.
point of force damage as it sort of grazes and the flesh of your skin. That is quite experimental. I'm actually surprised it didn't go right through your hand. Please put it down. If someone will take that from him. Do they know what I do at all?
I
We
assume you
told
did
them.
something with mechanical working and technology, assuming based on what Lynn does and is briefly mentioned about you.
Well, though it isn't my my calling, it's weapons are quite a significant part of my life.
Okay, the moment he says weapons, you have Hyle's attention. Hyle stops crossing his legs and leans forward.
That one in particular, well, is a rather interesting one. Anyway,
What is it? I take a look at it.
well, it's admittedly intended to be a repellent more than any significant weapon. It's supposed to ward off minor monsters like Lynn and the like. It turns out they do not like at all the energy provided by Sheikah weaponry. Would
What
rather-
type of weapon does it like though?
It
What
is
type of
like
weapon does it look like?
it's just like this sort of box with buttons.
It's just a box.
Pretty much.
Oh, you
But
thought he was
it-
talking
it-
about a different
It looks to be like a remote control laser kind of thing.
Okay. Is it like similar to what Roscoe picked up?
That's exactly what he's holding. He's explaining.
Oh,
What that is.
oh, okay. I didn't catch that.
Well,
How much did one of these cost?
that is not for sale.
How much
Nothing.
would it cost to have you make me one?
It is very experimental. If you give me a month more in development time, I'm sure I can figure something out. But if you're interested in the purchase of weapons, I'm sure I can make something for you. What would you? Well, any friend of Eon and Lynn's is a friend of mine. What can I do for you?
What
I
type
want
of
this exact thing. Did you just see that go through the roof? It's perfect.
It didn't
This
go
is
through your
made of
hand though. It only scorched the roof, really.
Yeah, it made like a little burn mark.
See it hit the roof?
Yeah.
The range.
White sabers. Eh?
Have you considered picking up a bow before? That has pretty good range.
Or, so hear me out. And this
You
is
have to have
Christian.
arrows. This thing.
You
this
could
thing
actually
shoots
probably get.
a thing, not
You
not
could
like an
probably
actual
get-
physical object, but like if I wanted to hit something with a physical object, I could just throw it at it.
I was about to say you could probably
Bows
get
just
a
added steps to that.
reloading
This thing
crossbow
fires
from here.
something weird.
Was he not saying?
What was
no,
that?
this as I'm saying as Chris, you could probably get like a reloading crossbow or something like that from here. That would make some
Want a reloading
sense.
crossbow.
Yeah. Again, much of what is in here is rather sensitive. I would prefer if you would place that down. Thank you.
Hyle looks back to Dr. Appa. So what type of weapons do you make on the norm?
Well, weapons and armor to an extent. I don't do it as much. I mostly do contraptions, but
He helped me figure out and fine-tune my armor.
indeed. The common populace might refer to them as ancient weapons, but I prefer to give them more of the hard light title.
All right. And so for your ancient weapons, you would sell any sword or spear that's made of ancient technology then with this
Oh.
hard light capability.
Yes, to an extent. They don't come cheaply, I should note.
All right. How much would one cost on average?
Give me a moment while I
Look at this
While
arbitrary book of price.
I already know the
yes.
arbitrary book of prices. I'm asking Shade in character.
And Shay doesn't remember.
Allow me to remind myself of what the actual price is as I open up my own guidebook, because
I wouldn't be able to afford it if he sells it at the actual price.
it is going to be sold at the actual price of
Yeah.
it's not an equipment.
It's 10,000 plus whatever the base price is.
Exactly what the out of character person said.
Exactly what the god said.
What the controllers of the universe said.
Yeah. That is quite expensive. Unfortunately, I spent a lot of money on other things. Maybe another time.
Understandable.
Money's not too hard to come by if you are willing to risk a bit of a life and limb for it.
I can't say I entirely agree, but I understand. Well, is there anything that anyone else would like? Some Marin ends up coming in with a pot of tea.
I was probably say I would probably have it clean enough. I would probably come with and help her.
Alrighty.
Eon's back, so that means we can have some cookies, Dr. Appa.
I'm sure Eon is quite busy.
They're in the oven.
Well, you're quite efficient, aren't you?
Well, I had to clean the kitchen, didn't I?
Is there any weaponry that anybody else would have wanted?
How much did you say it was?
It's
10,000
plus base price of whatever the weapon you're buying is.
I could have said that myself.
Sorry.
Well, exactly
And
what he said.
So I have 20.
Can you really
Yes.
make use of anything?
Can he make a rapier? Or can he upgrade my armor weapons?
Your armor weapons are entirely your class.
Okay.
A new rapier, maybe.
Okay.
Could he say upgrade a weapon?
No.
Okay.
It's not a matter
And
of
then-
enchantment, it's a matter of creating it from scratch, basically, as
Okay,
music-
that's why I was
Oh,
curious.
never mind.
I literally just want the 1 damage laser.
Just, I mean, it would be a great way to draw one enemy.
Did Garbo buy anything?
No, not that I know of.
Okay.
I'll check with him after.
Thinking about that,
He also
Shade,
did buy the cloak.
I
Okay.
mentioned that. Oh yeah, I mentioned afterwards, but I forgot to even ask. Could I have gotten a bag of cooling or a way to keep stuff?
It's nothing you'd really
Cold.
find.
Okay.
Idea. Cool.
I would love to know your idea when you're not roboting.
You're roboting a little
Okay.
bit.
State, how much was the money we got from the thing?
15,000 for or 16,000 total
Okay.
from
And
Jorof.
got it, because I just had, because of the party bank, I had a bit more. Got it.
Hmm.
I got a rapier and trained with it a bit, but I'm thinking if I can get one made by you, it would probably be a little bit better in the long run.
Oh yes.
But I think Roscoe wants to talk to you a bit more right now.
What would you like, Roscoe?
Could I get this laser thing, but have it less powerful and mounted to my hook shot so that, like, I can point it at someone and then know where the hook shot's going to hit them?
You want a laser pointer for your hook shot?
Yes. I think that's effectively what it's saying, yes.
Is that what it's called?
I can give you a laser pointer. It doesn't need to be precisely that.
Roscoe apparently spent a lot of time on an island, so he's a bit out of time.
I can have something of the sort whipped up in 10 minutes, if you desire.
Yes.
Very well. And you wanted a rapier, Lynn?
Yes, please.
I don't have anything like that on hand, but give me a week and I can have it created.
Excellent. Would it help you to use that Guardian Core? Or do you have something bigger?
The forge itself is quite enough.
Do you have any side question while we're on the topic of the core? Do you have any way to get it reactivated or anything like that? Or do you need time to tinker with it?
That would also take roughly a week on and off.
Okay.
You can leave both the idea and the core with me, and I can tinker, as I do.
Alrighty. How long were we planning to stay in town?
Until we got into
You asked the party.
Yeah.
Hyle kind of. We have tea in front of us, right? She brought out tea, right,
Yeah.
Larian?
Sips
Okay.
tea.
Yeah. Sips tea, puns it down, is going. Well, preferably, I'd like to be on a move as soon as possible for something
we
that
have
we
to
need to
wait
do.
for
Mhm.
word from the item to be made it to the castle, and if they have anything else for us after.
You're really low for me for some reason.
Sorry,
Christian.
I turned down my gauge earlier because it was too loud.
To note, he didn't give you like a time span of when he might, when Jorof might want extra work. He just left open the possibility.
And
Yeah,
gave us
yeah.
the stone just in case. Would you guys be willing to wait the week to get
Sure.
some equipment made? I mean,
If
do we...
you need extra equipment or the time for equipment to be made. I need time for probably pulls up like his arm as like there's all sorts of cuts in like the clothing for this to be repaired.
Does that sound any better?
I think it's still same volume wise.
Any better?
That's better.
That's
yeah.
better.
Okay.
Okay. So it would be
But prefer-
10,025 rupees, then Shade?
Yes.
Okay.
you
You have
25
10,000.
And 250.
There you go.
Okay. Sorry, I saw the number next to 10, the 10 rupee column, and I was like, yeah, 25. I do have a little bit left over from the party fund if someone else wants to get equipment made.
Oh, okay.
How much
Brian.
do you have left over at the party fund?
Actually, wait.
1 second,
Garbo's
just to
offline.
make sure I wasn't really stupid. Was it 16000 we got, or 1600?
It was 16000.
Yes.
Okay, so I didn't entirely. I was like, wait, how do you extend that? And I looked and I went, okay, I didn't have a stroke and accidentally
Anyway.
put this wrong.
Yes, well, I can have that made. I could also have it sent to you if you have anywhere else you need to be. I assume you all intend on traveling with each other? Still?
Yeah, that's the plan anyways. We talked on the way back, and we may be taking adventuring work to go around and earn some extra money for everyone's benefit.
Well,
It felt like it would be proper to, if we're travel, to do it as a party, since we have already worked together and know how generally each one of us fights.
well, then you should talk to Lynn with haste at the Light Watchers outpost. I hear he has
Indeed.
Here he has a job in the in northern central that he is wanting done.
That reminds me. Don't we need to think up of a name?
I assumed we did that on the out of character. I assumed that when Shade said, "Take time to think out of character," we did that on the couple days trip we had.
Oh, we probably had ideas.
Hey
Okay.
Shade, I'm gonna be sending you a DM in a second, just so you're aware of
Okay.
it.
Do we want to assume then that we had the entire up to here's a couple of names, and then at this moment we'll decide between the two options we had?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, there was a Roscoe suggestion of Hello Rich by putting all our names together. And there's also what I suggested, which was Golden Harvest.
Dr. Appa, what do you think?
For a name? For a group name? I've never really been good with names, I'm sorry.
Maybe someone less partial to us. Is Marin
Maybe
nearby?
maybe we use both. Our official name will be Golden Harvest, and if we ever need to lie, it's
Lorette.
Laurent.
I can't imagine why you would need to lie, but
Why we need to lie when we can just straight up not mention at all?
That works too.
well, it doesn't matter to me. Marin has left the room. Seems to be checking in on everybody every once in a while, but otherwise staying out of your way.
Okay. She was going to be the impartial judge.
When Dr. Appa goes to work on the laser pointer, I would like to follow him.
Well, he's pretty much doing it there.
Oh, okay, he's doing it in there. I thought he was going to go. Okay.
I
Never mind then.
will pull the money out and give it to Dr. Appa.
I will.
Sure that
I will begin to pull out the 16 grand in large increments and sitting it on the table or towards Dr. Appa.
What are you?
It's the money I earned. You run a business and you deal with money.
Well, I'm certain that you can handle your own money. This is your reward, after all.
I thought I was giving it to you. Oh. Starts putting him back.
you could always have them make you a hard light weapon.
That might not
That
be
way
a
you
terrible
would give
idea.
him the money and get something that would benefit you.
I see. That's not a bad idea.
Probably
That's-
replace your axe or maybe get another greatsword. Or does he have
Alright.
an axe? I forgot.
Shade. How much money does Conrad have?
That is a very good question.
Garbo said yes, he wants the ancient short sword.
Honest person. He has.
I think he spent 8,000 on a laser cloak.
He has 8,505.
so you need to give him a little bit less than 2,000.
I will cover half of the 10,000.
What weapon did he want?
An ancient short sword.
Okay.
Is there a way for
I'll cover 5,000 but I get a double.
Is there a way for you to make a repeating crossbow? That would be useful.
A repeating crossbow. That would require entirely new blueprints. I've never thought. I'll play with it. When you all come to pick up your weapons, you can.
Could it be?
We can have a discussion.
Okay. Could it be on the heavier side?
You would like a heavy crossbow that repeats?
Yes.
Maybe a
work something out.
mechanism. We have a container for the bolt.
What type of weapon did Conrad want?
Short sword.
Okay.
I'm waiting for Garbo on back on how much full cover.
Should I pay now?
No. Plan development will take a little bit. We'll discuss it later on when you have time.
Okay.
It's hard to gauge the price of something when you don't actually know what it's going to be yet.
Will I have to buy special bolts?
I would assume the main mechanism would be in the crossbow itself, not with the bolt.
Let me rephrase that. Could you make special bolts, or would it be easier just to use normal?
Special bolts. Ancient ones would be quite expensive. Also quite hard to make, especially in a way to make a repeating crossbow. They're more intended for a regular bow.
The normal ones it will be.
He gives a nod. Well, allow me to take some time to work on that like site for your friend's hookshot, and we can continue our conversation as there is a dog that is currently freaking out.
Dr. Appa, one more thing.
Yes.
Until we can find proper housing, would you mind if some of us stayed here, or if you have the room?
There should be an inn.
Well, I'd be quite okay with that. There isn't very much space to actually stay in here.
I can take two to my place, but any more and it'd be getting a bit uncomfortable.
I'm sorry, repeat that.
I can put up two people at my place in addition to myself. But any more would be a bit.
It
cramped.
may be more recommended that you acquire an inn. There's, I'm sure, one quite nearby. I don't really have the room. I do have a couch here. I can have maybe one or two people, including Eon.
Oh, it'll be amusing to stay here. I prefer an inn. I wouldn't want to take up room here.
Understandable.
Doesn't hurt to ask. Garbo said the half and half is fine.
Alrighty. I will knock the 5,000 off, leaving you with 3,505.
And then I will knock the 5,000 off. And how much does the short sword cost?
Short sword's like, how? It's an amount.
It's an amount? Okay.
It's probably
Short
under.
sword is 10, so I'll knock off his 5. Or, no. 50. Sorry. It's 50.
So 5 from the 10
5,
rupee column.
4. Yes.
Okay. Whack.
Alright.
Ancient weapons give radiant
1d4.
damage and
Force.
No, it's force now.
force.
It's
Right,
1d6
force.
extra,
Oh, I did that
as
wrong.
well as it does additional damage, or was it like advantage on construct?
It's it has advantage on objects and structures, and deals an automatic critical, I believe. It's been a while since I've looked at it.
Oh, they're effectively adamantine.
Yeah.
They're effectively guardian destroying weapons.
Could we make a hook shot out of it?
Uh,
A hook
I
shot head.
Hook shots are a little too variable.
Summit's probably another thing to think on. Come
I
back
will-
to at a later date.
I will check on you with that. All right, so getting the first thing out of the way, the laser pointer, the site. I'm not gonna make it do advantage or anything. I'm gonna give you a +1 bonus to attack rolls.
Wait, really? I was just going for. I
I
should
was-
use the laser pointer to take steady aim.
I was gonna say you could maybe get a little better reach because you can aim better, but yeah, okay, that all works.
Laser
But not,
pointers
like,
are
for
really
damage.
good. Like laser sights are really good for giving a more impromptu way of knowing where you're aiming. So just the bonus is nice.
That makes sense, yeah.
I will
How
add
much is that
that.
gonna cost me?
I'll
Oh,
say
I got an error.
From what? Anyway, how much you got?
Only got 3,991 rupees left. I bought a lot of masks.
I'll just say it's 100 rupees.
Oh. And he had a laser pointed at my fishing rod.
That would be nonsensical.
It wouldn't work.
It's no. See, you have it at the base of the rod, pointing at a 45-degree angle, so that the point at which it intersects is the point at which you're aiming for. It's fine. All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to say no to that. All right, so
What sane person would say yes?
I'm just gonna move us simply up to 1 o'clock at this point.
Yeah.
Indeed, you are also into into a new month. Oh, we just completely lost Chris, didn't we?
Oh no. Internet.
Yep, he's dead. All right. So, what do you guys want to do?
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and go to the venturing inn. The not inn. The light watchers.
Alrighty. Is everyone following along, or do you want to do
I
your
will
own thing?
announce I'm going to the Light Watchers Guild. I like to be able to get us registered as soon as possible.
Yeah, that's a good idea. And then we can figure out a situation for the inn.
Alrighty.
Toby is curious if Dr. Hoppo has a way of obtaining an 8-fold blade.
An 8-fold blade.
Pulls out an 8-fold blade.
Just like presses a button, opens a secret door containing like hundreds of 8-fold blades.
I'll
I'm
buy
your
your
man.
entire stock.
I will sell my soul for. Well, the what he has left from selling whatever.
Now hold on one moment. He gets up, sort of a hunchback wanders over to this sort of closet area that appears to be positioned underneath where the stairs would be on the other side of the door. Opens up a closet, starts digging through a little bit. Aha!
Oh no, he already has one made.
He has this relatively simple simple designs katana sheath or scabbard, an 8-fold blade inside. Looks to be a reddish hued scabbard. The wrapping around. I don't remember the terminology for katana, so I'm just going to ignore the terminologies for katanas for now.
The handguard.
The wrapping around the handguard appears to be a similar color. Looks to be a pretty standard 8-fold blade. This was granted to me quite many years ago. I almost forgot about it until you mentioned it.
Is there any way that you'd be willing to part with it? I can pay you.
Well,
Not much, but I can pay you.
I've never needed to take up a blade ever in my life, in fact. It was hardly even a ceremonial. It was a gift from my father, in fact. Well, I most definitely will not be needing it.
Is that an ancient 8-fold blade?
No, a regular
Oh, it's just an
8-fold blade.
Oh, okay.
That would be absurd. I wouldn't be able to afford that one.
How much do you have?
I
Not
have,
much.
I have a little bit more than what it takes to buy a regular 8-fold blade.
Oh, if I have 5,000.
Because Toby
left,
isn't smart, and he decided to give all of his money to his family.
I
Give it
see.
to the family, upgrade the church.
I will tell you what. You use this in service of all of your friends here. He just hands you it. And do well to protect my boy.
I will do my best. Takes the 8-fold blade. Wait, which one's your boy?
That would be Eon.
Looks already on. I will do my best.
I thank you. All right.
Oh man, I'm so excited.
Feel free to add a second 8-fold blade to your inventory.
Yeah.
8-fold blade.
So, does he have a 16-fold blade now?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
That's how that works.
He just needs to forge them both together. Throw
That
them in the forge. They'll
That can be
combine.
arranged. That can be arranged.
Double-sided 8-fold blade.
Let's fucking go.
Yeah.
Well, I have very much work to do. Marin, if you would see them out when they're ready. Of course.
Hyle is already leaving now. He took a moment to stop. He saw Toby got the blade. He was like, cool. Heading out.
All right.
Ian, maybe you can give Marin, when we come back to pick things up, you can give Marin the recipe for your cookies. I hear Dr. Apple. Kind of sad that you couldn't make them while you were gone. You couldn't have any while you were gone. Winks at Dr. Appa.
I think Chris is still
Oh.
dead.
Yeah, he's still dead.
Rip.
Alrighty. We'll leave that up in the air currently. A dramatic
I did
pause
say
as
when we
move
came
up
back.
to the next scene.
Fade transition.
Indeed. As you all head out the door, you hear from behind you a familiar voice. So you all made it back then. So, you all turn around, you see Link leaning against the door, or next to the door.
Is
Were you waiting for
he-
us?
Was he waiting at the door, or was he like from behind, like
He was
inside the shop?
outside the shop.
Okay.
Yeah, were you waiting for us?
Actually, I was.
Manner. I said that in. Sorry.
This is entirely coincidental, actually. I was coming to see Appa and to talk to Marin a little bit.
You know Marin?
Yeah, we're from the same village.
Oh, well, ain't that quaint?
Oh, yeah, I'm glad to know that everything, well, went smoothly the rest of the way back.
I mean, as smoothly as it could go.
Did Link try any of Eon's cooking?
He didn't really get the chance.
Okay. If you are going to talk to Dr. Appa and Marin, there should be some cookies left over that Eon made. I'd highly recommend them.
Maybe.
Dr. Appa and I think they're to die for.
Yeah. I'm just coming to drop in. I have to head out pretty soon again. No rest for the hero, it seems. He kind of gives a sort of pained smile.
You could sleep on a ditch on the way there. Is that Christian?
Yeah, that's Chris.
Sorry about test. There we go. My computer full broke on me there.
Oh.
It does this sometimes with just flat screens and black screens and nothing happens. I have to restart it.
Interesting.
I tried to figure out what it is and it reads as nothing.
Anyway.
So what did I miss?
To catch you up, everyone began heading out, and Link showed up at the entrance of the shop.
Okay.
And then I asked Eon if he'd leave his cookie recipe with Marin, so Dr. Appa doesn't have to go without your cookies.
Eon would have left a list of things for Marin. Be it, these oils work well when cleaning this. These work well when cleaning off oil. He likes this type of tea with this. But if there is a time, I would like to have a little talk with Appa.
All right. We'll cover that in a bit. So
that's
I
fine.
assume Eon is still on the inside then?
Most likely, since I would be having like a talk with Appa.
All right.
Yeah, so the last...
Oh, there goes Zombie.
Oh, no.
Oh my.
I'm playing too.
Oh,
Have you
dear.
ever seen Chris and Zombie in the same
Dropping like black. We've never seen...
Oh no, there
Christian
goes me.
in the room. Suspicious.
I'll end you, Snak.
You can remove the Triforce point now. He's done it.
Alrighty. So,
Wait, what?
The last thing I said was, you can sleep in the ditch on the way there.
Careful, that might sound like a threat.
I mean, it's not a threat unless, like, you're sleeping in a sleeping bag and can't use your arms or something.
Anyway, I'll manage. Where you guys head off to then?
Heading off to the Light Watchers to get some work.
Oh, good joining a guild. I'd recommend it, especially in these day and age. This day and age, I can't speak.
We seem to be running into a problem, though, with coming up with a name. It seems we're a bit undecided. Equal amount of votes for either one. What would your opinion be on between Low Rich and Golden Harvest? And Don?
Golden.
That's a paladin.
I mean, we do have a paladin, so Golden Dawn is actually might work.
It's actually a really nice name.
Yeah, because the Golden Dawn of Hyle's Light.
That feels like more like a actual clerical organization.
Yeah, I feel like that would be all clerics or all paladins and holy men and or
I
not
feel like
that.
that's an actual name in 5e for something, or like some D&D thing.
It could be.
Well, Lorette sounds like,
We're vomiting.
yeah.
It's the only. I mean,
Anagram.
that's the only anagram we got other than. What was the other one we came up with?
That's true.
Lecture, and that
that somehow sounds worse.
I would rather die than tell my
You'd rather die than be a
fiance,
lecturer, Lynn?
especially if my fiance knew that was the name. Thought that was the name.
Oh, I'm sure she wouldn't mind.
Fiance?
We've been over this, Roscoe.
Well, anyway, that other one, Golden Harvest or whatever, that sounds good to me. It's entirely up to you. I'm not someone who's really a naming person.
You're good at the pokey stab.
Yeah, you can say that.
Well then,
Well,
we'll leave you to it.
Keep saving the world then, hero.
That sounds oddly flirtatious.
I know I like
Yeah.
talking a certain way, but wow, man.
I mean, Lynn is French.
I know, but that's why it seems like just the way you worded that.
He gives a smirk. Something you don't really see on him very often, actually. I'll try. Yeah, then he goes into the shop. Eon, what would you like to talk with Appa about?
Is it just me and Appa?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay. Dr. Appa,
Yes.
have you heard any information from Miss, how do you pronounce the name, Shade?
As soon as I remember the name.
Who?
Give me a sec.
What are you whispering this?
/W?
Is it slash? Okay.
Eliru.
Elaru? Okay. Have you heard anything from Miss Elaru recently?
Not quite recently. She comes down every once in a while, but not since the last time when you were here.
One of my friends' companions needs help from someone of her help, strength, abilities. And I know you sometimes share tea with her, and I had no idea if you had a way to talk to her, or if this was more of she chooses it.
She typically gives notice when she's going to drop by, though. I do know that she was going to be rather busy for quite a while. Sage business, as you would expect.
Yes. So if you do get notice of her, I would like her to look at my companion's problem.
I'll see what I can do.
Okay. I would then wipe his face clean, sit him upright, give him a hug, and leave.
Oh, he reciprocates the hug. Alrighty. You as you're leaving, you pass by Link.
Up, hero.
Hey. Yeah.
I was informed of being quite facetious towards you on our trip to town. Mean, as people would use. And would like to apologize for the behavior.
Sorry, you were... I didn't really get that.
I didn't think I was, but my companions kept telling me I was being rude or aggressive towards you.
Well, if you think you were being that way, apology accepted. If this is about the soldiers, you do understand my position, right?
I do understand, but from my view, it was just they will show up or they will show up. My companions have informed me of worse consequences that could have happened if you were there and it made it worse.
Well, anyway, that's behind us. The artifact is in the care of the Hyrulean royal family. Everyone that can be safe is safe.
The handout.
He takes your hand, shakes it.
There's been a
You alright? Chris?
Christian?
Oh no, Eon shut down. Oh god.
Oh no, Eon blue screened.
Oh no, his eyes are going all like red and stuff. He's going evil, Eon. He's now no longer under. Anyway. Well, anyway. Let me just message him real quick.
Yeah.
So that we don't sit in silence, oh,
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
there we go. I accidentally muted myself and it didn't want to unmute.
Oh, okay.
use Discord mute, my friend.
No, I accidentally closed my computer
Oh,
and then it
dear.
muted.
Anyway, what were you saying?
I was going to shake his hand and mentioned a noble boy I didn't particularly like was talking about how there's been around 255 deaths just in the slums or around there.
That's quite concerning.
Do you happen to know any?
I haven't been in Castletown for a solid month now. I've not heard of this.
He also is mentioning the king has gone mad, keeping all the soldiers in his castle. Doesn't seem to particularly like the king. I don't particularly like him. Seems like the not the fighter type, but the talker type.
That would be outside my purview.
But the information of the 200 dead would be probably useful.
Matters from inside the castle are a little sensitive.
No, but this could lead to something outside, or this could be something that grows more than we think it is. So I would think you would like to know.
I'll pass it along.
Okay.
Anyway.
Big arm shake. Okay. Dr. App is back there. He's working on other things, but he's free. And then I would leave the shop.
Alrighty. So as you all head on down to the Olive Garden, to the Light Watchers outpost in Castletown, or rather on the outside of Castletown, we're going to take a break.
Alrighty.
Alrighty. Break time. I'm going to refill water.
Yeah, I'll be right back.
Yeah, my keyboard has the ability to instantly go into sleep mode, and I fucking accidentally clicked it. The earlier thing that just happens, and I could never get a reason. Just randomly once a week. Maybe I need to restart it more often and give it a break. I don't know. Here I was hoping I could get Lynn a sage. Not Lynn. Fuck me, Hyle. Keep doing that. Hello? Is anyone else there?
Alright, I'm back.
I was saying, and here I was, so close to getting Hyle a sage, maybe.
Yeah.
But it makes sense that they're also probably busy because he did just drop off a fucking artifact for them to check out.
That's probably, most likely, definitely a piece of the Triforce.
Watch it be like, no, the Triforce here is actually split up to 6 pieces.
I mean, Wind Waker, man. Wind Waker had like 12 shards of just a single Triforce piece.
Yeah, I know. It's just the point.
That's what I'm expecting, honestly. I'm not thinking it's a full thing.
Oh, of course not. But yeah, I was like, well, it's a chance.
Piercing strength, spell, sniper, heavily armored.
Another one you could do is Tasha's added a bunch of ones that you got like slasher, which will I think increase strength and give you special abilities based on your.
It's on a crit.
Yeah, but other things too.
Yeah,
Sure. Because
I'm
it
pretty
just
sure-
straight on crit something once per turn when you hit a creature with an attack to deal slashing damage, you can reduce their speed by 10. And then there's also if you land a critical hit, you grievously wound it. The target has disadvantage on all attacks. And there's one for there's one for piercing, slashing, bludgeoning. And I think a fourth one, but I don't remember.
Are you
Wait,
going
let me-
over feats or something? Or
Kouhai was talking about one for increasing strength, and I was mentioning Tasha's added a bunch that.
Fully armored.
he would need 2 if he wants to increase his strength.
Paladins already get heavy armor.
Oh, I didn't know what his stat was, so I was just telling him there's other feats still. Just because I had that problem before Tasha's came out. I was looking at Eon, and I was like,
I
I
don't
want to
have
increase his strength, but
for some reason.
I can't, with reliability, pick some of these, because they ain't that good for Eon.
Here, let me.
Yeah, Kouhai, heavily armored. You don't need to get it. You already have heavy armor.
No,
As a
I changed it because I realized I put in the wrong one. I'm at Heavy Armor Master.
armor master. Okay.
I take 3 less damage.
Yeah, it's
From any non-magical weapons, and it also gives me the ability to actually wear heavy armor.
A question, only because I was making sure. Do the weapons Appa's making count as magical?
They don't need to count as magical because they are force. They deal force damage.
I was curious because of abilities that would be like non-magical weapons or made of metal, stuff like that.
In those cases, it is always bludgeoning, piercing, slashing.
Yeah.
Okay, I was just curious.
I'm going to close my blinds because the blinds are, well, the sunlight coming through the blinds is blinding me.
Oh. Let's see. Spell Sniper does give you range options as well as like if you're picking something from either sorcerer or
I can see again.
warlock spell list that
Which
also add to your charisma for hit and damage. So you
Yeah,
get a
my-
range option.
My original plan with Spell Sniper was if I got like Eldritch Blast, I think I had a range of 240 feet with it.
that's if you get an upgrade, I think.
With the feet, yeah.
Oh yeah. Sorry, I was like 240. I don't think 240, but with the feet that does.
Yeah, the feet doubles
yeah.
range.
Yeah, I
But,
forgot it
Spell
doubles range.
Sniper-
I thought it just added.
Spell Sniper
Honestly,
when
having
you is the way to get
range-
Eldritch Blast, isn't it?
Having a ranged option is really powerful for you because it at least gives you things to do when you're not able to go in melee.
Yeah, I think
Especially
can't-
because, sorry for interrupting. I was just saying there was the one situation earlier on during the bridge scenario where we just had like Toby and Eon running for like a turn or two, or like
That-
2 or 3 turns.
That's why originally I asked for the bow, and I knew as soon as I was getting the doctor app, I was probably going to buy a crossbow.
Yeah.
It's better. But then I thought, well, why not just try to make a repeating? Because that'd be fun. Because my thought is just to wrap around Eon in almost old style, just giant drum to the side and just.
I'm. Alex should be
Getting
right
big.
back again. I'm going to grab
Okay.
a cord from my very quickly dying iPad.
You need your notes. Having damage reduction by 3 is pretty decent, but I feel like it also isn't.
But it's only for non-magical weapons, and if we start fighting things with a lot of magical weapons, it doesn't. I don't get that benefit anymore.
Yeah, the thing is, it's
It also varies on, like,
It's a-
that will help, especially since you don't have the highest amount of HP.
I actually
And-
have the lowest. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So taking less damage there would be useful, and that would stack with any ability Eon gives you also.
Yeah, that is true.
The real question is, do you want to become more survivable or more damage?
Well, the thing is, I'm pretty sure I actually wouldn't be getting more damage from Spell Sniper because it takes an entire action to use Eldritch Blast, so I'd be
No,
like
but you
taking
can-
out two
you
of
can-
my attacks.
But you can
Well,
also then hit
you
from
also
farther,
get-
so there's a less. You might get a turn extra.
Now,
The
You
thing
get
about
multiple
Eldritch
attacks.
Blast, though, if you pick
You get-
Eldritch Blast, it scales. So every time it hits a scaling, you get an extra ray.
Yeah. So I think right now
Scales.
you would have 2, wouldn't he?
At 5th, yeah, he'd have 2.
Yeah, you get 2 blasts from one casting.
There's also picking up like Firebolt or something from Sorcerer instead and getting the 2d10 or whatever damage.
Or guiding bolt or guiding bolt's the first one.
Guiding
I
Bolt's
was about to say
the
it has to be
I think.
cantrips. Which I
Yeah.
mean, there is a whole way you could do that.
Sacred
There
Flame.
is-
Can't you already get Guiding Bolt? Or is that just
Oh, yeah.
Cleric?
I thought that was just cleric because
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
The spell creates more than one beam when you reach 10 levels. 2 beams at 5th level, 3 beams at 11th, and 4 beams at 7th.
That's neat.
but
does
yeah,
that,
just
like,
cleric.
Refer to Warlock level specifically.
No, that's
Nope.
just levels in general.
Cantrip skill in general.
Oh, that's neat. So by the time I get it, I'd have 2 beams.
If I could pick it up, I would.
Next thing I did.
We're missing one check mark.
If I got Spell Sniper, would it?
I think
would
it's
be...
zombie, maybe. Let's see. If
Zombie
it's
attack.
just level 0 warlock, you got.
Yeah.
Level 0 warlock, so not a
I have
warlock.
0
Cantrip,
beams.
I mean, you got. I think frostbite counts.
Attack.
Frostbite should count. It's a range, I thought.
Yeah, it is. I just couldn't remember.
I don't think Frostbite has a good range, though. I think it's only 30 feet or something.
It's
like that.
60.
60, there it
There's
is.
a type of armor I can't have because I'm not strong enough yet, so I'm definitely
It
leaning
has
towards increasing my
disadvantage on
strength somehow.
its next attack if you do that.
You're leaning towards getting the strength?
I'm leaning towards getting a feat that can increase my strength. It only has to go up by 1 more point.
I would,
Doesn't
if
Heavy
you're
Armor
going to
Master do
keep
that?
with your swords, either do Piercer or Slasher, varying on what
Yeah.
it does.
Kouhai Heavy Armor Master increases your strength.
Yeah, no, that's what
Yeah,
he was.
that's what. Yeah, I was leaning towards
Okay.
it.
Okay. It might be best to get that then if you're planning on going to heavy armor and then anything else like spells type next time.
Yeah.
Doing that.
Anyway, we've been on break
range
for
a bit
about
better.
10 minutes.
Yeah.
If Zombie isn't back, too bad.
Oh.
Are you muted, zombie?
Oof.
Or maybe he's unconscious, I don't know. Could be either one.
Maybe.
I'm just gonna say let's get right back into it.
Yeah.
So, you're heading over to outside the city, on the outskirts. The sort of smaller outer town. You eventually come across the small house. Looks to be sort of a bluish house. Looks like it could only comfortably seat 3 or 4 people at a time. On the outside is a sign with the logo of the Light Watchers, and next to the door at the steps leading up is this bulletin board. Currently, not all that full right now.
Take a quick peruse over it.
Pretty basic jobs. Only give like roughly 200 rupees per pop. Just like local area.
Okay.
Hey. Sorry. Just like pretty much localized, roughly within a few miles of Castletown. Nothing too dangerous. Coasting around or going around Lake Hylia, searching for strangely rocks, certain types of rocks. Beyond that, nothing all that special.
All right. I'll head inside.
All right.
I'll follow in after him.
Yeah.
Seem to be a lot of dead end jobs on there. Hopefully, if we join, there'll be some more better work.
The board flips over and it's the real jobs.
Indeed.
Yeah. That's how they get you. You gotta look on the backside of the board.
All right.
Only people who know would be able to do that.
I know what it would screw over all of my planning for Battle Master. Take Feytuts, get Misty Step and Blade Beam.
Be stupid. I mean, it'd be cool, but it'd be stupid.
Alrighty.
Punch something and Blade Beam it.
Anyway, we'll worry about leveling later on.
Sorry.
When we actually, would level. Right now, we're just
Mhm.
probably not gonna do that for a little bit.
All right.
Bet.
On the inside, you find what looks to be this sort of seating area off to the side. It's pretty standard, almost kind of small tavern-like, with a bar on the back end of the wall, behind which you see this Rito male. Looks to, wearing a leather tunic. Looks to be gray feathered. Almost shape almost eagle-like. The only previous Rito you've actually encountered has been pretty owl-like.
Owl.
Yeah. You said he's
Very-
behind the bar?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, welcome. He speaks out to you.
Hi.
Yes.
Walk over to the bar. You wouldn't happen to be in charge of the guild
Registration?
here, would you? Or be someone who could help?
I am the housemaster of this outpost in Castletown. Yes.
I'll stick out my hand to him and say, "Name's Hyle."
Llewellyn.
What did he say his name was?
Llewellyn. I'll spell it
Llewellyn.
out for you.
Okay. Pleasure to meet you, Llewellyn.
Do you
wouldn't
have business with the
happen
guild?
to-
Sorry.
Huh?
Do you have business with the guild?
Yes, we were thinking about making an adventuring party. If you could help with that, to register with the guild.
Ah, a new party wanting to join with the Light Watchers. Understandable. One moment. He goes to like this sort of back room and brings out a quill, ironically, and a vial of ink and a parchment. May I get down all of your names? We can just have all
Yeah.
the names. Yep.
I'll sign the name, pass it off, sign.
Lynn, Zark, Morant, Tyrus, the third.
A lot of names.
Do you want titles or just names?
Just names is fine. All right. Do you all have a group name, or are you undecided?
Yes, we have a group name. We'll be going by the name Golden Harvest.
Catchy. I like it. He writes that down in his own little box. Very well. I'll just need you all to sign here. He hands over he hands over the quill and all that, and turns the paper. You see, there's several signatures. Looks to be up to about 10 boxes total.
All right.
Sign here, initial here,
Yeah.
sniff here. Ignore
Could
that.
we-
Ignore that.
Oh, that's embarrassing.
Is there a way to add members later? I'm just making sure for information wise.
Well, parties tend to be a little flexible, yes. It just needs to be brought up with the guild first.
I'm assuming based on the number of lines here, a single party can only consist of 10 members.
No, actually. Typically, it's less than 10. There's a rare 12. We just standardize.
Understandable.
Okay.
Just a second form then, if
Indeed.
it ever goes over. All right.
Now, it is important. We can't simply allow people, new parties into the guild, just on a whim.
Understandable.
I do have a job listed here. He pulls out this scroll tied around with a red ribbon with a wax stamp on it.
I don't know why. It'd be funny if he starts talking about Hayato Island again.
I hear there's this temple on Hateno Island that has recently been raided.
Been rated.
Interesting. Do say more.
One more.
Chewy.
Some asshole stole shit from it.
What they did was very illegal. Anyway,
So good.
Oh,
all
we
the details.
international criminals? Are we international criminals?
Who knows?
Oh, somebody's
he-
gonna lay down for a second.
Oh, okay. Just don't fall asleep, my dude. He sort of slides it over. All the details are inside, the location as well. Our scouts found this, looks to be the ruins of an old small temple on the border of the central Andakala province. We are looking for someone to investigate it and figure out who the temple is
Dedicated to?
dedicated to.
He said between Akala and what province?
So like
Central
northward
Andakala.
and between Central and Akala.
Okay.
Hold on a second.
Along this line.
No, It would
Oh.
be between Central and Akala, so it would actually be.
Vertical,
See this button.
not horizontal.
I know. I'm doing my best with what I can.
This area.
Sorry about that.
Cool.
Oh my god.
What is the time frame?
No time frame. We don't typically do time frames on very many quests. The
We have,
requirements. Sorry.
Sorry, we have equipment being made, so I didn't know if there would be a time frame we would have to follow.
No. The higher ups do want it within the next few weeks.
Should be doable.
Travel there should take. It's pretty much on the way to Forte City. That'll take over a week to arrive, I'd say. Or, well. I say week thinking 7 days, but a week in Hyrule is 10 days.
Do you need everything finished in a couple of weeks and us be back in time, or do we have a way to inform you of our finding as soon as we can?
Indeed. Information about the travels of those who take the quest will be delivered to all nearby outposts. In this case, it would be either here or in Forte City.
So it might be best to stop at Forte City after we're done.
It would be closer, yes.
Understandable. And you'll need us to do this job before you can officially sign us on as a guild, right?
Indeed. There's also a reward of 5,000 rupees total.
All right. And the only thing you want is us to investigate and find out who it belongs to, yes?
Investigate, find out who it belongs to, and if there's any dangers within the temple, such as monsters or traps or anything of the like, it should be cleared out for further scouts to really investigate.
Sample.
All right.
Ruins like these pop up all the time in Hyrule. It is good to document them all.
Make sure nothing pops up.
Indeed. All right. If that's it, then I'm assuming you'll still want us all to sign our names here on this forum before we
Yes.
leave. Then, yes. Okay. I'll sign my name at the top then.
And I will have a copy sent up to, what's his name? It doesn't matter. You will meet them eventually. And, I hear Forte is a very beautiful city. Never rains, despite the surrounding weather. City of mages. If you've never been.
Is Forte City where you said the magic weapon shop is?
Yes, that is where the Cursed Curiosities is, and whatever pretty much else you might want to find.
Is Forte City Fortune City?
Forte?
Like, would it be wealthy? Is it the Las Vegas of Hyrule?
No.
Okay.
It is where the Mages Society is.
Okay. Just for some reason, Forte made me think of like money. My brain thought, "Oh, okay, it's Las Vegas."
Is Forte, is Akala like a very arid region?
Akala, as you would
just
know,
checking.
is a rather it is known for its like torrential weather, horrid rainstorms, tornadoes, etc. Forte
But is
City
it, like,
being
flatlands? Like flatlands, desert,
rather rocky, a lot of ridges,
like very step hills.
pretty much, yeah.
Do we know?
Ah, yes, the
Exact
Nebraska of
location?
Hyrule.
I was gonna say, do we know a location for this temple exactly, or an area in general?
A relative area, pretty well pinpointed. It will not be hard to miss. You should see it over a tree line at the edge of a ridge. All the information is in that scroll.
All right. Passing it the paper off, by the way, for everyone else to sign while we're talking.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
If everything goes smoothly, I prematurely welcome you to the guild.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure joining. I will take the scroll then that has the information. We'll be heading off then.
Until
Probably
next we meet.
yeah, probably be done in about 2, maybe 3 weeks at worst.
I look forward to hearing the news.
And I'll go ahead and head off if no one else
Alrighty.
has anything to say. Take a look at the scroll.
Is there? It will probably be mentioned in the paper, but is there a rule on items being found in the temple that we would keep, or does it all go back to
It only wants proof.
the only one's proof? Okay,
We can take what we want as long as we don't deface it.
okay, that's why I was making sure, because I didn't know if that was like a general rule of like 50% of the stuff we take, money, whatever, yada yada yada.
Alrighty. So you're heading off then?
Just taking a look. Yeah, just taking a look over the scrolls to the details while we're heading out.
It's pretty much what he explained. You know the exact pinpoint location. Pretty well. I'm pressing the wrong button. Get your damn pointers off. Thank you. Pretty well, like, right there.
Right there? Okay.
Okay.
Let me
Not too far off
zoom.
the bean trail.
Not too far off.
No.
Alrighty.
Right there.
So what would you like to do?
It's currently 1 o'clock right now.
I'll
didn't know if
boot us
any other
up.
time went
I'll
by.
boot us up about an hour.
Okay.
But so, how many weeks does the quest actually give us? That is like a set
month.
time.
Assume a month.
A month.
That's a good month, yeah.
And then
Okay, so
they
we can
said
get there about-
it's what, like, give or take a week to get to Fortune City.
Yeah.
So we wait the week, about a week journey. We have about 5 days to explore it, and then get to Forte to turn it in.
I'll just let you plot out your course.
Yep.
And then I will tell you how long it takes.
Okay. Does anyone else have anything to do in town before we head off? We can head off tomorrow. We can head off now.
I would like the equipment to get done.
You could always ask him to send it to Forte. By the time we get to the city, it'll be about done.
I'd rather have it for the exploration, but
Well, we
Would I
will need
know-
to.
would I know how long it takes for like packages and stuff to get from city to city?
1 second.
Knowing Rito, the Rito National Post, it doesn't take too long. They tend to arrive much quicker than one would on foot. So it would still take a few days, but overall, you would gauge it would take about not too long, maybe like 3 or 4 days, and when you reach Forte City.
How much would it
After
cost to
we-
mail yourself?
Like it'd take about 4 days after we reach Forte for it to
Effectively.
get there.
Forte's a wonderful city, as far as you know.
I'd
We
like
could
to wait.
spend a day or two here to prepare. spend a day or two in Forte.
Well, that works. Conrad and me. Oh, both waiting on weapons.
As long as we stick to the road, so we shouldn't have run into too many problems with monsters.
So,
Night may be a bit different, but nothing really.
waiting 2 days.
Yeah.
Letting
Alrighty.
Dr. Appa know that we're going to be to mail him to 14 when he's done.
Alrighty. So,
In the meantime, while we're still in Hyrule, I am going to head off from the party and go find a seamstress or some type of clothing store that can repair stuff.
very well. I won't have you roll anything. The job will take only a few hours. Total
Okay.
cost, I would say, would be about, for your type of clothing, 20 rupees.
20? Oh, okay.
Shade, am I allowed to travel outside of Castletown on normal business?
I won't tell Rupert if you won't.
No, like,
I was
do I have to, like, announce, like, I'm going to Forte City and stuff like that?
It's best that some registrar knows. It's not really required. Rupert is just kind of a stickler.
Okay. The morning we leave,
You'll
where
leave a
would
note.
I'm gonna use invisibility and leave sneak a note somewhere Rupert would find it,
All right.
or is there like an office I could drop it off at that I know Rupert would find it at?
You could leave it at your apartment. He would drop by every once in a while, making sure that you're still there.
Okay. Good plan. Excellent.
All right. You spend the next couple days. What time do you want to leave?
Morning.
Probably early in the morning.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Maybe 8.
8 o'clock?
10.
Okay.
Anytime after breakfast, probably, if everyone's okay with that.
Yeah.
I'll just move us forward a
I was
day.
gonna ask Shay.
Hmm?
During our time staying here, I want to see mini games, but I know that's gonna take up time.
Hmm.
On our way back.
I'm gonna say leave it for now.
Yeah.
So we want to leave 8 o'clock on the 3rd then?
Just move us 12 hours. And what time is it? 2 a.m. 8 or 10?
8.
8. Alrighty.
Neat.
It would take some. Well, selling the armor in and of itself would not be a great idea.
Selling it in Central. Castletown itself. Oof.
Even showing that is not a great idea.
Yeah. I had a feeling, but I just wanted to be sure nobody would be like, "Oh yeah, I'm sure that you just got this."
Totally not selling your.
Yeah, you totally got this from doing the
evil-
right thing.
Yeah, I'm good. I'd leave it.
Yeah, okay, I'll just keep it stuffed in my bag until I can find somebody.
Well, I mean,
Alrighty.
also, if you really want to, you could probably rip it up for material.
Yeah, you.
But I would
if
I'd
you
make
wanna-
it into armor.
If you want to break it down or make it into armor, roll me a
Leatherworking?
leatherworkers with dexterity.
Oh no.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm also gonna do that. Attune to the mask of the Hawkeye while we have the time waiting around.
Gotcha. I've already assumed that other people were going to attune to things, so
What masks did Zombie all buy?
he got a Mask of Moblin Deception, Mask of the All Night, Mask of the Grave, and Mask of the Koroks.
Mask of the what all night?
Don't worry
Yeah,
about
it's the torture mask.
it.
Oh,
Effectively, just roll your dexterity with your proficiency bonus just for the sake of it, or roll you don't have any with that.
How much was the cloak at the one shop? The cloak of protection?
Cloak of protection. It was roughly 8,000. Yeah.
Nope. No, actually, I
Right.
could. It would clean me out, though.
Hey, we're going to Forte. It's a city of mages. You might find a better
yeah.
deal there.
That's
Yeah.
a 20. My music start. Or no, it just began. Okay, never mind. Yeah, you are able to pretty much reassemble each of the armors, removing any of the Yiga symbols, or making it not really represent Yiga armor anymore, closer in line to more of a tight-fitting leather armor.
Be funny. He sells it. It's like,
Now I can sell it.
if only it was Yiga, I would buy it for more.
Also, you can sell that at half price.
Yes. Okay.
And I will go
Would I
ahead
be
and move
able-
along with the party.
Would I be able to assist Dr. Appa on some of the things he's building? Or, like, the, mostly the gauntlet?
The gauntlets would require a
Sorry,
little
take
more planning.
Okay.
Roll me Tinker Tools. With dexterity.
I have
Or intelligence, rather.
just roll straight intelligence with proficiency.
Do you not have Tinker's Tools?
I have cartographers and thieves.
Do you have proficiency with Tinkers? You do.
Good. Yes.
Um,
Roll the thieves tools.
honestly, it's probably really easy to just roll with intelligence. Probably easy just to just have a general tool skill, and then switch it to what you need.
Okay.
Real quick spin.
That's what I do
20
for
rupees
cooking.
for a modest lifestyle, by the way.
Okay.
For the 2 days we're here.
Boom.
All right, yeah.
Oops.
With your help, you definitely reduce the time amount it'll take to actually craft everything by about a day.
Okay. So it should be getting there right when we get there.
Pretty much.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Do I pick
Alrighty.
up on any of the techniques needing to make?
To make ancient weapons, it is definitely something that only someone in Appa's position can really do.
Fair enough.
Because it's not a matter of material or technique. It's a matter of the tools he has access to, like the ancient forge is definitely a requirement.
Okay. Do I get anything from working with Dr. Up on that?
You pick up a few tricks with his surprisingly deft hands.
Okay.
I'm just making sure. The area we're going in isn't desert-like, so we won't have to
No.
prioritize having water, right?
There is in fact more water there than pretty much the rest of Hyrule, except for Lynn.
Chris,
Just
have
a
you
map.
ever been to you ever been to South Dakota?
No, I've only gone down from Missouri.
So it's effectively really hilly with really inclement weather.
Okay, it's because of the brown. I'm thinking dry.
It is definitely because of its location between both a volcano and a frozen mountain.
Yeah,
That makes
that's
sense.
why I asked. Yeah, what the weather was like. It was arid.
So
or
we'll most
anything.
likely need ponchos.
If you want to get a few ponchos, I'll say 5 rupees each.
Other question: do we have a cart?
You don't.
We don't know.
Would
Is there
we
a
be
place
able
we could buy one?
or rent one?
Rentals, describing where you're going, you wouldn't really. You'd have to buy.
Because I was like, well, it probably takes a week because we're walking. Wait, do we have a way to? No, probably not. Darn.
Actually, buying a cart itself is only 150. As for
Or rupees.
rupees,
Okay.
and it is 500 per horse. You typically
We would
need 2 horses.
I can cover that with money. I can cover the.
I can switch out one of my spells and summon a horse.
I can
How long
also
does that
pay
last
for.
again?
I can pay for majority.
I'm
of
pretty
that.
sure it lasts until it just gets killed, or I dismiss it.
Yeah.
What spell is it? Is it
Find,
find mount?
find steed is really convenient.
Yeah.
I mean,
Uh, what type
let's
of
have
horse would you
two-
want to do?
I guess I couldn't do a war horse. Or were you talking to Lynn? Snak, whoever.
I would say as far as draft horses, you would need 2. If you have a war horse, it's not really meant to be hooked up to a cart, but however, you can make it work with just 1.
Are you gonna summon a war horse?
I would still have bought a horse just to be on the safe side.
If you want to get just a riding horse to have someone ride along.
Mounted combatant.
Yeah, well,
Let's
also
go.
just in case we need, a little extra, or
A riding horse is 750.
Okay. I will get the once.
No, we specified only a war horse would fit Eon, right?
Pretty much.
Okay.
All right. There
That's
we
actually
go.
the only thing that can carry Eon.
The thing is, I have to use a second
Not if
level
we
spell
put me in a
slot.
bag of holding.
Okay. I will get a riding horse for myself.
I think I'd rather just buy a horse and use my second level spell slot.
You would have to rest on your way there. So spell slots aren't really a worry.
Yeah, it would be a spell slot every day.
Yeah, I
One
guess.
spell slot a day.
Okay.
Is it a spell slot a day, or is it once it's summoned, he has that horse?
I think it's
I
once
believe
you-
I just have the horse until it dies or I dismiss it.
Till it dies.
Duration instantaneous.
Casting time 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Looks to be.
Yep.
Yep. It
It's
just stays.
whenever.
Pretty much stays when it dies or it's dismissed.
Oh, and you can summon a warhorse. So, yeah.
I'll just trade out magic. What?
Alrighty.
I
Brandon's might have
already
trade.
took the money away, so I'm still getting the rings.
Well,
how
that's why I was
many-
saying having a horse wouldn't hurt.
How many horses are you wanting? Total?
I'm getting a riding horse, buying him.
Riding horse. I'm not going to add them to the combat tracker because they're not expected to be combatants.
What if I bought a warhorse?
Do you need a war horse?
Do I want to do mounted combat? Who knows?
Doesn't feel like it supports your build.
No, it doesn't. Then, yeah, just a riding horse, or no, a warhorse in case Eon needs it.
To
How
note,
much
a
is a
war
war
horse is 4,000.
Oh no, riding horse.
There you go.
Just do a riding horse. If we really need to get Eon somewhere, we just make sure one of the bags of holding is fully empty, and I step in.
Here, let me just. You technically have to do barding, don't you? We'll not worry about it. Yeah. All right. You get the horses you need. Yeah. You head off then?
Yeah.
Alrighty.
How much for ponchos for horses?
They don't need them.
I'm gonna say they're fine.
But
So-
actually, food. That's actually important enough.
So,
How much would it cost for enough food? Oh, they can. They
rations you can figure out yourself, however many you want.
For the horses.
For the horses, feed per day is.
I
You can
thought
get
they could graze.
you can get two for a rupee per day.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't think the magical horse needs it.
I was thinking in the grasslands, it could probably feed itself. I just worried
Yeah.
about.
That's what I was getting at.
I think horses like those are technically trained for the feed, but it's more recommended. But if you want to leave it a chance. But we are getting too far into the logistics of things.
Okay, we'll just buy 20 and put it in the
By
cart
20?
or something like that.
You can find that in the items of the PHB.
I was saying, where would you like me to put that for it to be in the cart itself?
For in the cart itself, just give it to Lynn. He's the party inventory, effectively.
Yeah, put it in party inventory.
Just make
We
a thing
just-
called cart.
Do we just want party inventory to be cart?
Do
Could
whatever you
be,
want, man.
honestly. Just put it in party inventory.
I'm just making sure with Shade that we didn't start filling this up and
I'm, sure, whatever.
Hey, quick question,
What up?
Shade. Can you, like, with the backpacks and stuff on the sheets, can you do that too on the party inventory?
No, the party inventory is particular mostly to parcels.
Okay.
So really filling out the party inventory is not a good idea.
Okay.
Okay.
where are you?
Yeah. So
Oh, is it Eon and Lynn that are getting horses then?
I assume everyone else would be able to ride in the cart. Yeah.
You said
Okay.
shift is how you move it all.
Again, I wouldn't move it into the party inventory. It's because I rely on that for parcels.
Okay. Never mind. I will
Just keep it
carry
in your
on.
inventory and consider it not carried. Alrighty.
You said how much per like a rupee?
A rupee for 2. So 20, it would be 10 rupees.
Could always create the in the cart, make cart a location, and just have it in the cart and then not carried.
Eh, I'm not going to worry about it right now.
Yeah.
There'll be future problems. I would just make it sure because we
Indeed.
might start trying to store stuff in there more often.
I could also make a cart NPC,
There's also
That
a
works
possibility.
too.
which I can put an inventory into. Anyway,
Put Squirtle. Put the war turtle back on the.
no,
Bring the war turtle back.
no. That was a Strahd bit.
Okay.
So,
No, it's the fairy wagon from that.
anyway, moving on. Stay on track.
Okay.
You'll head off. Toby, what is it you wanted to do when you needed your horse?
Well, I summon my horse, and when I do so, I shall say, I summon thee, Geoffrey.
How'd I know you were gonna do Joffrey?
I have no clue how you would know that.
Geoffrey.
Oh, that is funny on levels you have no idea.
Oh yeah.
All right, you summon
That's my
force
entire
your horse, Nay. And
Paladins,
you all
am
head
I
off.
right?
Paladins. What on earth are you doing? So the journey takes about 3.5 days.
Oh shit. We zoomed. I
Yeah, 'cause
realized
we now have horses and shit.
we now have to wait for the stuff to arrive.
But now we
Horses
can
do make it
walk.
faster?
Because he was counting our
Are you heading to
our
Forte City?
speed based off walking.
I thought you were heading straight to the location.
We're heading to Forte City because I thought it
Oh.
took a week, like you said.
Well, no, now we have a cart, so we can get there way quicker.
I
Evidently-
asked this question
evidently
before
it
about the
doesn't.
cart if it changed travel time, and I got no as the answer.
It doesn't. Okay, I thought you guys were heading right towards the thing. Okay, let me
No.
redo some calculations real quick.
Okay.
Just like the whole thing is we're getting our items that
Yeah,
were going to be shipped there, even though we would probably be walking with the people shipping them.
I remember hearing that the guy said it would take about a week. Is all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah, he doesn't try.
We're just
He does travel.
So the
making
journey
sure-
takes. Well, you're not following the main road, evidently. I'm gonna put it up to 5 days.
Okay.
Yeah, that works.
We're really hard. We're really trying to follow the main road here.
We're trying.
Y'all, like I go through all these delicate calculations and measurements to really get travel times on time. Here you guys are. Anyway, 5 days later.
Boom.
Just we don't want to have to click everywhere on the trail. We're practically following it though.
Yeah.
Pretty
So,
much.
All right.
Magic item shop. Where you at?
Patience. You are arriving in a new city. So,
Goes to
as you eventually cross into the much more rocky terrain,
There you go.
I'm gonna say it's 5 days anyway. Screw it.
calculations again, nerd.
No,
It's pretty much the same number.
I don't care. Y'all are being. It's close enough.
You're like, you're not following it. I went, fuck you, I'm gonna follow it now.
Anyway, so eventually, you going through this very torrential area. The sky becomes dark and gray. You're rained upon for about a day or so. You have to travel through this weather. In the distance,
That's why it took 5 days.
indeed. In the distance, you see this large walled city at the base of what looks to be a cliff. Standing at the western-facing gates, the only gates that you can see from your position into the city. Flanking them is these two.
And not.
These two roughly 100 feet tall, unstained marble statues of what looks to be these great mages, hooded, each of which holding some sort of large magical staff. Approaching.
Fascinating.
Oh,
I was gonna say fascinating. Also, I realize we're giant fucking idiots. So it takes us. Say it did take us a week to get there.
Half a
And
week.
it takes him a week. Let's just say it takes us a week to get there, and it took him a week to make the items. You still have to ship them.
Well, you gotta head over to the location when you're in Vorte City, or like go over to the temple
Why
and
do you
then
think I
back
said
again.
we're gonna wait 2 days in the Hyrule and 2 days at Forte City?
Stop being
No,
clever. Stop being
I'm
clever.
just like, whatever. Fuck it.
You think I didn't think about that?
No, it's the concept of okay. Well, it takes
Anyway,
so many days to travel
anyway.
anyway.
Doesn't
Then I
matter.
spent 2 days helping Doctor.
Don't, guys,
If we don't need to specify, I was
Focus.
just thinking.
focus.
Yeah. Okay.
Fancy magic place.
Fancy magic
Ooh,
place.
Statues with big old stabs.
The walls themselves are roughly 60 feet tall, you would say. These, as you were approaching these gates, unguarded gates, the rain pelting against them, you see these very tall, you would gather to be some sort of non-conductive, durable steel alloy, with these visible brass gears that are constantly spinning, that look to be making up the inner workings. The time that you arrive, the gates are currently closed.
Is there a guard?
What time is it?
Standing at the base, it's roughly. What time would you like to arrive? Actually,
A time when the gates would be open.
you don't know that when they'll be
Probably
open.
like midday.
Midday,
Yeah,
Probably,
like-
probably midday-ish.
Yeah.
Yeah, midday, evening.
evening. So I'll just bump us forward 6 hours. In that case, for simplicity's sake, the gates are open. As you go into the city, you notice at the feet of the statues flanking this gate, roughly 10 rather decorative statues that you almost feel like are watching you as you pass by.
Smile away, boy. Smile.
Watching you. I'll watch them back.
All of them are in the shape of like either a knight or some sort of wizard.
You're a wizard, Harry.
The knight design almost looks familiar.
Like a dark nut, maybe?
Not Dark Knight.
Does
Some
it
of
look
the
like
statue-like things that you've seen.
Armos?
Like Armos?
I swear to God,
you
if
are
those...
well aware that Armos are programmable constructs.
Yeah.
It's not
I'm gonna
terribly
bet,
surprising.
Hyle, I bet you 1,000 rupees that if this town were to go under siege, those are actually just giant ass Armos.
That's a shame. Anyways.
You don't even take the bet.
What? That those are Armos? I'm not gonna take the bet unless I get to bet that those are Armos. I already know.
Yeah.
You want to prove it? Pull out a bomb, I dare you.
No, no, no.
All right, commit an act of terrorism.
I pull out my bombs. I'm kidding.
Yeah, no.
Alrighty. So, on the way into the city, you immediately come into Yes.
Invite some.
What looks to be this this section of the city, this rather large section of the city, at the forefront of the western gate. All the houses you see look to be small one-story houses, but evenly spaced. It feels like a more open concept compared to Castletown. A very breathable location. You see beyond the horizon of these many houses, this rather large citadel at the center of the city, which you would gather to be probably where the Magus Society resides.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that Armos
I don't think that's how that works.
are fiends, undead, or
No, they
So what
are.
you're saying is I did not.
You did not sense
All right,
anything.
that's all I wanted to know.
Okay, you don't sense any celestials, fiends, or undead within 60 feet of you. Congratulations.
All right.
Alrighty. So, you have a new city. Going into the city, you actually see a significant difference between outside and inside. Outside was like very, very gray sky, very dark, very rainy. On the inside, it's completely dry. The sun is shining. The sky is blue. In the distance, nearby the cliff, that's sort of looming over one quarter of the city. You see this very large tower, which, after a moment, lightning strikes it, and a sort of thin wave goes across the barrier around the walls. So, where would you like to go?
Magic shop.
Magic.
Is there a, just because of the way it is there like a not a map, but almost like a way to figure out the city, or is it pretty self kind of, you can kind of walk around and
I'll give you this. It's not hard to navigate the city. I'll give you the basic rundown. We have where you are currently, the Embrose Quarter, which is more of a residential area for lower end mages, artisans, guild outposts, and other workers who might set up shop for various goods and services. In a small section to the north, where that giant lightning rod, that is the Batro Heights. A smaller section near the Embrose, right near where you are. The Eslo Quarter is more of a rather spacious, more like a training field for mages and martialists alike. You might find an armory there. You'd have to look. There's the Warrens, the Fanati Warrens, which is very much in line with what you would expect from Castletown. Very close together buildings, narrow streets, etc. The Sahasrahla, I cannot pronounce his name, Sahasrahla Plaza, which is where the central citadel is. The Cerberus Quarter, which is in the southeast of the city. Very open. Feels more like some sort of village. Versus... that's a message in another server. You gather, like... There's a lot of small cottages there. Retirement homes. Seems like where the elderly would be. Very, very covered in fauna and all the like. Finally, we have the Varen Quarter, which is on the more southern side of the city. Rather large, lit street area with carved stone bricks and spaced out houses of varying sizes, arched rooftops, and multiple floors. So, where would you like to go?
Hyle's going to go ahead and try to find the Cursed Curiosity shop.
Understandable.
Same.
That was mentioned before.
So, how do you want to go about finding it?
Investigation check.
does there seem to be almost like a, not a guide, but like a person
Like a
that's
large
job would
sort
be,
of like mall map or something? Or
or a person whose job would be to like, oh, new people type of thing.
A greeter.
roll
Yeah,
perception.
Greeter.
Yeah, the greeter was what I was thinking.
A greeter at the gates? No. It seems like most of the
Okay.
That's a nat 20. No, add your tribe force point, knock it off on your actions tab.
Right, force points earned. Action tab. Yeah.
I mean, I guess it's good because it's one of the few actual rolls this session, but it's like, of course, that's what I nat 20
Indeed.
after so long.
Despite there not being like any like guards or anything, you do notice off to the side there's like this small post where this rather laid back Hylian man seems to be sitting. Looks to be a sign saying pretty much greetings. Welcome to Forte. As I go ahead and improve your guys' movement.
Okay.
Love it.
I'm gonna go talk to Eon.
Yeah, I would walk up to him. Does he seem to be like partially asleep?
See what you fuckers
Just-
are doing over there.
Just laying back. Not terribly. not terribly interested. He seems young. Probably part-time work. Might be a student at the Major Society. Who knows?
But younger.
Pretty young. Looks to be maybe a young adult between 17 and 19.
I would walk up, and if he doesn't react, you said he's at like a desk or something.
Yeah, he's like behind a post.
Yeah, I would knock on whatever would be at his desk or whatever to get his attention, see if he reacts to that.
He snaps to attention like, yeah. What's up?
Would you happen to know? Me and my companions are looking for a shop called what was it? Curses and.
You want to ask?
I was meaning out of character because I can't remember how you pronounce it.
Oh, the Curiosity?
Curse Curiosity. God, that's how you say it.
The Curse of Curiosities, yeah. I think that's in the Varen Quarter. He sort of points to a map that gives a general layout of the city. The Varen Quarter in the south. Should be... What is it? Lower East End, hard to miss. It's made of dark woods, iron sport work. Pretty heavy door. Not a bad sight for who's in there.
Is there a possibility of us having a map that we could use to not been to this wonderful city before?
B just sort of starts tumbling around his. Roll me an insight check real quick.
Okay.
Sort of fumbling, eventually gets out of this piece of paper.
Yeah, that sounds about right
That
for me.
seems fine. Puts out a map and grabs a pen, sort of scribbles a somewhat decent idea of where the location is. There you go, friend. Have a wonderful day in our great city.
Yes. Proceed to. I would take the paper, turn around, and then hand it to like Hyle or Lynn or whoever else would be there.
All right.
Alrighty.
We'll take it. If Toby doesn't take it.
Hyle's fine. Wait, Toby's fine with Hyle taking it. There we go.
Okay.
Hyle's fine with Toby taking it, of course.
I'm surprised he wasn't scared or surprised with how I am.
How you are? Oh.
I mean, I am almost 7 feet tall.
This is like a mage society. They probably have like, I don't know, constructs somewhere.
Oh, maybe.
How dare you call him a construct?
How dare.
That'd be interesting. Eyes doing the gear-like motion as he's thinking.
Alrighty. So you head off to the location then?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Eventually, you do indeed come across this this rather strangely elegant, almost Gothic style, two-story building, with the iron finish, rather dark, deep wood siding. The sign above this this very sturdy reinforced door, reading Kaladalia's Cursed Curiosities, with the symbol of a dagger-pierced heart engraved in the sign.
Okay. Walk in.
Alrighty. Walking in, you come across this this shop floor. Very neatly organized, very open concept, clean air as you breathe in, stained windows or stained window like above the door that allows a bit of colorful light to come in. You see magically lit candles in sconces, small sconces along the walls. A door leading to the back, what looks to be like some sort of storage room or something. The room itself is pretty much walled off with various shelves and bookcases. On the right, you see a sort of living area with this large bookshelf with many books and some scrolls as well. With like a coffee table, several chairs, a little nice seating area. Could say like have a coffee there or something. Coffee probably exists in this universe.
Probably. I mean,
Lynn-
last session we
Lynn
said
lives
vinegar
off of
does, so yeah, sure.
I'm pretty sure vinegar came
I hope-
before coffee.
That's why I meant no, but I'm meaning just the concept of if they has vinegar, I bet they have coffee.
Yeah, velvet chairs. Yeah, the shelves that line the walls hold various items of many sizes and shapes and types. No weapons that you see. And freestanding in around the shop floor. This rather large shop floor is similar to the magic shop you saw before. These glass cases with other interesting items on the inside. Near the back to the left, you do see this very exquisite desk. Made of dark woods. Where's the description of the desk? There's a description for the desk, I swear. Where'd it go? Looks to stand about 5 feet from the back. Oh, right corner, in fact. The side facing the door, being similar to the cases, containing a few items, as well as this sort of box with what you can gleam, contains this deck of cards, oddly. Behind the desk, sitting in this extravagant red velvet chair, is this woman who looks to be in her mid-20s. Very long, wavy black hair. Rather attractive face. White shirt. From what you can see, looks to be a bodice around her waist. Or not a bodice. Why did my music pause? Stop pausing. These rather piercing green eyes. She has her elbows on the desk, her head balancing on her clasped hands. Welcome to the Curse of Curiosities.
Hyle will kind of take a general look around, examine some things, and try to take an interest in the shop before turning to her and go, "It's a pretty interesting shop you have here. You deal in, from what I can tell, the sign says cursed items, or just things that are interesting?"
Cursed items are indeed my specialty, but they are not what I sell. The Curse of Curiosities is just a fun little name I came up with. I sell a variety of magic items.
Okay.
It depends on what you're looking for. But I feel like you are all looking for something a little more than just that.
Perhaps. You said your specialty is curses, though you don't sell them. Would you happen to be selling services to remove afflictions that are caused by curses?
I am able to remove curses from one who has come across a cursed magic item. Maybe they attuned to it and didn't know that it contains some malevolent curse that forced them to wield it, or, well, harmed them in any way.
I see. So you'd be able to break a bond with a cursed item.
Indeed. What is it that you have in mind? Do you have a cursed item that you need to be released from?
No, not an item per se, unfortunately.
Not
If
an
it was
item.
that simple, then I would be paying you right now. Actually, it isn't.
Hands to head. What if a piece of the sword is still in your chest? Sorry, I don't know why I thought that.
Hmm.
I don't think so.
Took a grievous wound, have you?
Indeed.
Well. What is the nature of your affliction, then?
I'm not particularly sure of the entire nature behind it. However, it's more of a aura that prevents my
aura.
wounds from healing fully. It's managed to subside after time, but it still leaves a mark on me.
May I see it, if you don't mind?
Sure, if you have somewhere for me to sit for you.
Over there at the resting area.
Okay.
She then gets up. Very regal way of talking, or walking. Like, very
Like a
confident.
Shaw. Okay.
You see around her waist is this rather nice, almost looks to be a cape of some kind. A waist
All
cape,
right,
you could say.
Yeah. Hyle goes over and takes a seat for her.
She
And then, yeah,
she sits down in the seat next to you.
yeah, I'll start undoing my clothes and the strings on my shirt, and then take the shirt off for her.
Alrighty. She looks upon this. The wound looks, from last time you checked, seems to have shifted a little bit in, like, not in the center, but like as if it were like a soft object, like a cloth or something, floating in water.
Oh,
Kind of like
okay.
as if it were like waving around like that.
Oh, so it's actually like kind of in motion right now?
It very slowly. It's definitely different from what you saw most recently.
Okay.
Still has that sort of tendrily look.
Is it like moving in a certain direction? Like, has it moved from the center to somewhere else, or?
No, it's seems to still be centered on the wound.
Okay.
Quite curious. Not something I've seen much before. This is an affliction of malice.
Yes, you could say that. Fortunately, we had a bit of a run-in with a creature.
You've died, haven't you?
Kind of looks at her, smile on his face, smirk, just like maybe I have, maybe I have, maybe I have.
A smile creeps on her face. Her already somewhat narrow eyes narrowing a little more. May I know how this occurred? What? Sorry?
I was gonna say, can I roll insight to determine her general behavior towards that? Is she like elated, or?
Go ahead.
Okay. Insight. Not bad.
It seems to be a general curiosity, and her look. She seems to know quite a bit, from what you can tell.
Okay. Hyle looks at her and goes, "We ran into a certain knight while on our travels. Some would call it a dark nut, from what I've heard. And though it wasn't a typical creature, it seemed to have been affected by this malice you speak of."
And this is the creature that killed you.
Yes.
I see. I know not how such a thing could have passed the Great Forest.
That is the question now, isn't it?
Do you understand what this affliction really is?
Partially. Unfortunately, whoever I've seen about it is, well, they seem maybe concerned a bit, but they don't really have much that they could offer or much knowledge that they knew about it.
Here's what I can tell you. This affliction is more in line with... is not necessarily a curse. It's like a curse, but cannot be removed in such a simple way. This is in fact a connection between yourself and the calamity itself. Now, this shouldn't prove to be an issue. However, should you continue to be exposed to any malice, it might very well consume you entirely. As well, you should be careful, as creatures with a willing connection to the calamity are able to track those who are afflicted in this way.
Would you happen to know any way to suppress something like that?
Something like this requires scrubbing the connection from a deity, even from a risen one, much like the calamity, is not an easy task. The simplest way is divine intervention. Alternatively, a greater restoration perhaps might work, or, as rare as it might be to find, a wish spell.
I see. So it seems that a greater restoration may be the best option to come across, if it does work.
I can't guarantee it will. But
Right.
it may be your best chance.
For the meantime, you wouldn't happen to sell anything that would dampen such a presence? Not just like Calamity itself, or any sort of aura like that?
Are you wishing not to be tracked, or...
It'd be preferable.
There is... My selection is, of course, limited. However, I would be able to acquire certain items for you. All dependent on what the item is, of course.
What sort of items would those be?
Could be anything, depends on what you want. I have very many connections. But you may also make a perusal of what I have available here.
Alright.
However, if you desire a certain item, come talk to me again. I may have a way
Understood.
to, well, I may have a task. A favor, you could say.
Oh.
You know this place better than I would, and you probably know magic better than I. Is there a way to say, my friends have bags of holding, but in turn it preserves what's in there?
Like a something that would temperature controlled bag of holding.
Yes. If you don't know the answer, it was a try more than anything.
Something of the sort perhaps wouldn't be too difficult to even make. I'll talk to a few people about it. I imagine Choo Choo Jelly might make a useful item. As I said, I have many connections. Many of them even create magic items on the regular. But we'll see.
Speaking of Choo Choo Jelly, you would have ways of getting that if needed, right?
Especially the electric variety, I'd be able to acquire some from sellers. I could also have others imported. The fire variety is quite easy to acquire. The ice, not so much. That's only available in Hebra, which traveling through the ice mountains is quite difficult, especially considering House of Bompez.
How much would it be to import and for me to purchase a single vial of electric Choo Choo Jelly?
A single vial. I would rather acquire it in bulk.
Oh, you will. I'm just wondering what the price would be. How much would you acquire it in bulk? If you don't mind me asking.
Likely a 25% increase. So, a case generally comes around 100 vials, and a single vial is 190.
If you were to import a case, I would be willing to buy 10 vials of electric Choo Choo Jelly. Actually, let me do the math real quick. 190 times 10. Yeah, I can do that. Buy 10 vials from you.
Very well. However, I don't do simple offers like this without, well, maybe are you the right ones?
So how many can I get? I can actually fully restock, can't I? I have enough. No, I can buy a full 30.
I wouldn't want your money now, of course. However, you can get that for cheaper, perhaps. From me.
And what would that be?
That favor I mentioned. Well, from me.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
No worries. Yeah. You needed a favor?
Mm-hmm.
And what would that be? It wouldn't happen to be maybe collecting some sort of monster parts or some sort of
No.
ingredients for you?
No, it has nothing to do with monster parts or ingredients. It has to do with a client of mine.
Alright.
Whenever you get the chance. Wilbur Kirstein in Willengard City. He's an up-and-coming Arcadian merchant specializing in importing magical goods. He was intended to be a rather useful provider for me. However, he has since gone dark without any word. I'd like you to travel there, go into his home, or discover his whereabouts, and should something have happened to him, well, peace of mind. In exchange, I will get you what you need, as well as I could consider a, say, 25% discount on everything in my store.
Sounds reasonable.
Of course, if you want to buy
I'll
anything
be willing to...
at... Oh?
Oh, no, go ahead and continue.
No. Just me being... well, teasing.
Pardon me.
Yes?
Do you have any things that would increase strength, or know the people who could find something similar?
Gauntlets of Goron strength, I assume.
Most likely, if those
Or
are
power,
easier to
rather.
get.
I could get my hands on them. But it will
Hmm.
take time and, well,
Money.
and money.
How
Enough
much would they
time,
run you?
perhaps. If you do this favor for me. She raises up her finger and goes back to her desk, which she opens this sort of catalog book. As you might know, that every magic shop has to have an increase of, well, just to make ends meet. Some are worse than others. The most prominent one in Castletown, well,
Sergeant's double, from what I've heard.
you've encountered him.
I'm glad I
heard
didn't
some
buy
things.
anything. I'm glad I didn't buy anything from him.
How much of a kick in the dick does that sound like? 4,000. That would run you about some 3,000.
3,000 rupees.
Ish.
You said 3,000, right?
Yes, 3,000.
And that is before or after our little adventure to Wollengard.
Well, more accurately, 3,240, but we may be able to make something work out. And that would be after. It regularly costs 4,320.
Well, can I put a down payment and then to make sure they'll be on their way, and then
No need.
pay the rest? Oh,
Such simple details I can deal with. I do have a request if you decide to take my offer.
What would that request be?
I need to see it for myself, but I cannot leave the city. I'm sure you know what scrying is.
do you need one of us to hold on to a sensor?
Either that, or you can willingly allow me to.
It'll give us a little ping when you try and scry on us, correct?
Indeed, you'll know.
You seem like the only person who currently would be willing to scry, so whatever works best for you.
She gives you a smile. Well, is there anything else you...
Smiling on this side.
Is there anything
Sorry.
else you might desire? Directions, perhaps. I'm sure this is your first time to Forte City.
Oh,
Actually, I was wondering something. You wouldn't happen to be able to know a seamstress that can reweave magical items into clothing, would you?
Reweave magical
Such
items
as-
in what way?
Such as taking the enchantment off of a cloak and putting it onto a regular piece of clothing, such as the cloak I'm wearing onto my Hiyori there.
I do
an
know...
enchanter or an enchantress.
I do know of a enchanting seamstress. Nonuni in the Sarah's Quarter owns the Weaver's Delight. She tailors magical clothing and is willing to suit any to the buyer's needs.
All right. I'll have to pay her a visit then.
Would it be better to get a cloak of protection from her, or would you have one laying around?
I don't really... I don't really work in magical fashion.
Clothing. That's understandable. I thought I doesn't.
Is there anything else I can interest you in? Maybe the rest of you.
Oh, you seem. Oh, question about town. A jeweler or a
A jeweler.
gem seller?
That depends on what you're looking for.
We have some gems from a prior adventure that we would like to offload.
What type of gems? Give her the
Amber,
give her the general list.
banana. Yeah.
She kind of she placed her hand on her chin, thinking for a moment. How many are you willing to sell? She puts her hands as she's already back behind her desk, onto her desk.
Did Dr. Rampa tell me if he would need any of the gems for the thing, or if
He was gonna find any.
he would find the one that we would need?
Pretty much, yeah.
Be willing to sell them almost all of them.
Fucking
As long as we can
Lynn
get a
is-
decent price for them.
Lynn is loaded. Christ.
I'm the party bank.
I gotta do I'll worry about the calculation after session,
Yeah, that works.
Yeah.
or as I go. Jesus Christ. I gave you a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Well, is that all you need then?
The rest of the
You wouldn't happen to know of anywhere that would you'd be able to talk to people and gather some sort of rumors going around of
Maybe.
anywhere around outskirts of town, perhaps.
Well, you're searching for rumors. I don't believe so.
There's
Rumor. Sorry?
I was gonna say there's a certain area we're going to be heading to soon. That's close by, and I was wondering if anyone had known anything about it.
What area?
Bit to the-
Just
bit to the south.
what?
I'm aware of the existence of a temple there. I'm afraid I don't know much about it. I do know that monster sightings have been quite common. Especially wizrobes. Quite a pest.
There's a lizard present.
Mm-hmm.
You wouldn't happen to know what type, would you?
Given the area, electric.
Hmm.
If we can take some of their ones, maybe give them to you for profit, and then you can sell them to whoever needs them.
Typically they lose magic as soon as the wizrobe is killed, but it would make an interesting collector's item.
Indeed. Probably find a way to repower them if you think with them enough.
Perhaps.
Like you said, you have the connections. Well, yeah.
Indeed I do.
Thought I'd offer.
Very well.
That jeweler you mentioned, they wouldn't happen to sell magical circlets or anything that would have elemental protection.
Oh no, there's no real magical jeweler. I will buy them. Certainly could be
Okay.
useful in spell crafting, magic item crafting.
You want to be able to make any sort of magical like
Rings.
jewelry, rings, anything that would help against, well, electricity, since we're going to be dealing with wiz robes. Would you?
Against whiz robes, not particularly. Let's see.
It might be best for if we run anything that uses electricity for some of the people who use metal armor as such to have a bit more protection against that when they run in after them.
My armor is perfectly insulated. I don't see why that would be a problem.
I imagine she means your other friends. Looks at Toby.
I'm trying to decide
Lynn,
if
I'm perfectly okay. I don't see what the problem is.
get zapped.
Get zapped.
You thought heat metal was bad.
Oh.
If you would like to take a look around, maybe find a wish list.
Could I see if there's a ring of lightning protection in one of the cases?
You do find a ring.
Our
couple
ring
rings,
of lightning resistance, not protection.
You don't find a ring of lightning resistance, or really any ring of resistances.
Are there like circlets or amulets or anything like that?
Well, let me real quick go through my list. The only circlet you find is a circlet of blasting, which does not explode like the mask. It in fact makes your bombs more potent.
Oh, that might be neat for Eon.
Dude.
I can send you a full list of what she owns after session if you want.
Okay. I mean,
Yeah.
maybe, I take it we're not gonna get to the temple tonight.
No, not tonight.
They're like 4,000, I think.
Well, maybe.
Kouhai.
Which were the columns?
Only base price 4,000. She's
Yeah, 4,320 base base price. You can get them for more than 1,000 off if you do her task.
And how long would it take for her to get them in?
She did. Are you asking this to her?
Yeah.
Well, given how long it takes for travel back and forth from Willingard City, it would be here by then.
Sounds acceptable. Toby, you were interested in a pair too, correct?
Yeah. Hey, Lynn, what exactly do they do?
They increase your strength. If I were to give them an arbitrary number between 1 and 20, they would make you...
I feel like a 19 on a scale of 1 to 20.
Yeah, I mean, Hyle would know. He has a...
Yes, I am very interested.
So, put us down for 2 pairs then.
Very well.
Man, about to get disgusting.
Alrighty. Is there any of the details that you need me to go over again of the favor?
We just have to find this person and make sure that they're either alive or dead, but either way, it's just confirm it, right?
Know his whereabouts. If you discover it, well, it wouldn't do any harm to find out what or who caused his disappearance.
Any problems?
His demise.
How do you want us to contact you when you want when you're ready to scry?
Well, given the rough amount of time, I'll check within you, say, every dawn. With a sending spell.
Seems
But-
fair.
Seems fair. You can contact any of us, probably, but Hyle or me would
And I'll write
probably give you the
down-
most info. We're gonna be in town for a few days. Check out that temple, and then probably go to Willingard, if that works for you.
That's perfect. Well,
It's Shade, I know her name's on the thing, but what's her name?
name is Caladalia Fragrain.
Been a pleasure doing business with you, Caladelia. And I will give her, hold out my hand.
And she gracefully reaches for it, gives you a slight bow. Now, I should
Return the bow.
ask. I'm sorry for my manners. What are all your names?
Do you want my common name or my full name?
Sounds like a tweeler like yourself was quite complicated. Your common will be fine.
You can call me Lynn.
Lynn. Looks to Hyle.
I just go by Hyle. I don't have 7 names.
I don't have 7. I have
I don't
5
know, it looks like
and a
7.
title.
Guess the
Are
rest
you
of your
counting
guys'
the-
name.
Are you counting the title and the third?
I came up with an arbitrary number.
No, he has 5. You don't include his title or the fact that he's the third person named that in his family.
Yeah, Hyle wouldn't know that though. He doesn't
Hey.
know Twilight culture.
He gave you his full name.
Don't worry
Yeah,
about
I
it.
saw your full name written too.
Anyway,
Okay.
she gets the rest of your names if someone's not willing to give it. Whatever.
Roleplay, you fools.
Role playing motherfucker. Kill you. No? Okay. In that case, until we meet again, and I will talk to you very soon. All right.
Have a nice day. And Hyle will go ahead and start walking out.
And
And you as well,
likewise.
Hyle.
Later, Caladania. Oh my god, I have it literally written right here in front of me.
Caladalia.
Caladelia.
Caladalia.
It's a fun name.
Yeah. I also spelled that with a K originally.
did
Call her Kylie for short. She might kill you.
May Madoran's blessing be upon you, Caladelia.
And Hylia's as well.
Ah,
Ah.
Gives you a nod. All right. Where do you want to go now?
The Enchantress, please.
yeah, Chantress.
Very well.
I want to get a cloak of protection.
Alrighty.
Be fucking disgusting
That's
when it comes to my AC.
You get +1.
alrighty.
are
Before that,
you-
I would like y'all to roll me investigation as you head on over to the Sarah's quarter.
Yeah.
With advantage because helping
Ah.
and stuff, you know.
Yes.
2 11s.
I'm gonna say
help.
you find it. You find this rather nice small shop in the Sarah's quarter. Rather large windows, sort of crossed, flanking the door. It says Weaver's Delight on a sign. above the around the door. Entering in, you see this elderly woman, dark skin, graying red hair, very clearly a Gerudo.
Yeah.
Looks to be working on some sort of new piece of clothing in a chair, sort of rocking chair at the back corner of this nice shop. A lot of stands with different clothing, other shelves with folded.
Is she a Gerudo knitting grandma?
Yeah, man.
Hell yeah.
I didn't even think about that, man.
Got a cat on her lap.
Oh, hello. Welcome. She gets up lazily. How may I help you?
I was wondering. Oh, sorry, go ahead, Hyle.
I was waiting for you, honestly, and you weren't saying anything, so I figured I would go first.
I was waiting for you.
Awkward motherfuckers.
I'm looking to find a cloak of protection. I was told you are the best lady in town to get one from.
I was looking for you, for someone who could put an enchantment from a pre-existing cloak of protection onto a regular piece of article of clothing.
Indeed. One moment. She wanders over to the sort of desk with covered in a lot of fabric, and what looks to be vials of dust. Glowing radiance, blues, greens, pinks.
Ooh.
Magic dust, yo.
Magic dust, vampire dust.
Vampire dust, yeah. Vampire dust from Skyrim, so it makes you invisible.
Yeah, I was about to say we can have visible clothing. We can have the Harry Potter cloak.
That is a very rare or legendary item.
Yeah, that's why you have to kill a vampire for it.
I just realized Lynn's getting a cloak. He's gonna have effectively heavy armor soon. So when we do the,
have your cape.
I basically have the Lionel for a cape that I wanted but never. It's fine. But he's looking more just like knight as we continue on. And I'm down for that.
Yes, I do have a single one in stock. It will simply run you 4,400. Is that an issue?
No, actually, no, it's not. I have just enough for both of the magic items I need.
Considering you also just acquired 15,000, it looks like, from the gems.
Dude,
15,000.
Have enough.
You acquired the same amount as the reward from the island itself.
Okay, so I'm just gonna bump that up to 20,000. Sound good?
That sounds good.
Then I definitely have the money for that.
Alrighty.
4,400?
Yes.
Alright.
I will add the cloak to your inventory. As your AC
And
goes up and you make me need to update the wiki again, you bastard.
I take it we're paying for the dust, and then she finds a cloak that would fit my aesthetic.
The dust appears to be like part of the process, as far as you can tell.
That could be bracers.
Bracers. Let's see.
Bracers of defense.
Bracers of defense.
Doesn't Eon do unarmored defense?
The only bracers I have are meant for archery.
But is that about how her style works? You find something that fits aesthetically, and then dusts it?
You find something, like you find an item, and then she tailors it for a cost to your aesthetic.
Okay. And that's effectively what we're paying for.
Indeed.
Cool.
She was
That
going
purplish
mad.
red. That purplish red
Very well.
cloak. Does it
Retailoring
have-
it requires a fee of 250 rupees. Same for restyling a piece of clothing that you bring in.
Oh, I just have this right here. Points to like his Iori he has on.
And then the cloak.
Yeah, I just want the cloak to be like this,
Very well.
or move the enchantment over to this even.
And guys, we are not getting art for chapter 2. I'm sorry.
I'm
I'm keeping my wardrobe consistent.
I know.
Indeed. I
250.
will be right back.
Okay,
Give me a
it is
second.
250 though, right?
Yes, 250 if you want that. Be right back.
So do I go for like the fur-lined coat? I'm kidding. But probably either black or like that reddish color that Lynn has, like the reddish purple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me pull up Lynn's art again. My music's paused. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba.
Because the armor would be slightly bulkier. I mean, he would be wearing that under his armor effectively.
You said reddish what? Purple?
The reddish purple.
That's like how his clothes is already.
Yeah, but he would also have like he has scale mail.
Yeah.
No?
It could work, yeah.
I never asked what color the scale mail was.
I don't know what color your suit was. I thought it was just blue and black, honestly. Well, like, I guess green, because color your toilet magic.
Yeah, it would be I can.
Okay, you want to know what I was thinking of when I was thinking of the armor? Like, just the general, like, coloring and stuff? I was thinking of Sigurd's armor.
Yeah, that works. That's effectively what it would be like. Effectively. Actually, I think that probably works aesthetic wise. Because it's not. Sigurd's armor isn't super heavy.
Yeah.
Alrighty, sorry. I'm back.
But yeah, effectively, like. Sigurd's armor, but with a big glowing circle in the middle.
Oh, jeez. Anyway,
And then.
so...
Is he just blue skinned Sigurd after he gets
Oh my
after
God.
we have it? That's effectively what this can turn into, isn't it?
Could be, could be.
It's Sigurd with a cloak. I mean, that's Sigurd does
Here
have a cloak, actually.
here he has the cape. So
Tape.
Anyway,
Yeah.
sorry.
so... what do y'all want? I need to add the effect to Lynn as well,
Hell yeah.
as he automatically attunes to it, apparently. Fun.
I would assume we would have spent like an hour.
Yeah, is there anything else you want?
I'm almost wanting to just ask, hey, can you like put an enchantment on it just to make the clothing self-repairing? But I'm not sure if I'd ask that. It would be funny.
You would like your clothing, like clothes
When it gets
amending?
damaged, just to, yeah, amend.
I can have your clothing replicated as clothes amending. Not a difficult task. That helps with saves and DC. That is effectively, or AC rather. That is effectively a cloak of protection.
Yep.
She said she only had
Um,
one, right?
Yes.
Okay.
As for
I'm sorry, Kouhai.
her,
I couldn't afford it anyway.
her stock includes for common items she has cloaks of billowing,
Yes.
clothes of mending, a cloak of many fashions.
Oh,
Um,
maybe Roscoe should get that one.
Actually, I'll go over types first. Just to finish off cloaks, she has Cloak of the Bat, which runs for quite a bit.
These two.
Hey, Eon could wear a nice cloak or something.
I mean, he has the coat.
Oh. Cloak of the Bat is
Uh,
basically just the Sheik armor, kind of. And it allows
Effectively.
to fly.
Yeah.
Effectively, it's your Batman cape.
Yeah.
She has for boots. She has the boots of levitation, which runs for quite a lot. Boots of speed, and boots of striding and springing.
How much are the boots of speed?
49,500.
Hit.
It is a rare item.
Okay.
I'm trying to figure out what the Cloak of Mending's cost is. Or Clothes of Mending.
Clothes of mending. I'll get there in a moment. Braces of archery. She has a brooch of shielding, 3 of them. 4,400.
What does that do?
Breach of shielding. You have resistance to force damage and immunity to magic missile.
Oh, shit.
Fun. She has a cape of the mount back. Gloves of missile snaring, so effectively what monks can do, but in gloves.
Yeah.
Clothes of mending, which are 550.
550? Oh, okay. Rupees?
Yes.
Okay.
Gloves of swimming and climbing.
I will get the cloak. The Clothes of Mending, by the way.
All right, go ahead. Take that off. I will add
I
clothes
do
of
some
mending.
math.
Clothes of
450.
mending. Does that have a? Oh, it says it's elegant clothes, but she tailors it. Magical tailors, yo. She has a hat of disguise. What does swimming or climbing do? It effectively gives you a swimming and climbing speed, I believe.
Can you put in the Clothes of Mending in my inventory
I
real quick?
did.
Oh, did you? Okay.
Gloves of swimming and climbing. You gain a climbing and swimming speed. Well, they don't cost you extra movement, so effectively you have a climbing and swimming speed equal to your movement, and you gain a +5 bonus to athletics checks made to do those. So technically, you don't get a climbing speed. You just never mind. They're useful. As well as a hat of disguise, she has a headband of intellect.
Big brain time.
Big brain time. That would make you on par with a Lynn, I believe.
What if Lynn uses it?
Ineffective.
What?
A headband of intellect.
Ineffective.
Literally the exact same ability score.
Oh, it sets it to a base?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I don't even think ability score increases actually do anything to it, or like any other magic items. I don't know how it stacks. Anyway.
Like, and that's it, but those are... Oh, God.
She has a mantle of spell resistance. And a robe of eyes. You can probably guess what mantle of spell resistance does. And robe of eyes is just creepy.
It's just creepy, that's all it is.
You want to see it? Like, some of you already know what it looks like.
This. What does it do?
You can constantly be awake. You can see in all directions, I think.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
see in all directions, advantage on perception, for sight, dark vision up to 120 feet,
Yes, dark.
and see invisible creatures,
Oh,
and
So
the
that's gotta
ability
be
to see
expensive.
into the ethereal plane.
yeah. See, yeah, that's a bit expensive, I would imagine.
Also, you're constantly seeing. You can't not see while wearing the thing.
I mean, I also constantly see.
Imagine wearing that with the all-night mask.
Go.
So is
Be a sight to behold.
the spell resistant like making it harder for saves or making it damage less?
Um. Where'd you go? Mental spell resistance. Advantage on saves against spells.
Yeah.
That's what I thought, but I wanted to make sure.
I imagined it works similar to magic resistance.
It is quite
How much
literally
is it?
magic resistance.
Yeah.
Definitely out of your price range.
That's what I thought. I was just curious.
That is 38,500.
Just for advantage on spells. Yeah, that sounds right.
Advantage is real nice, man.
Yeah, that's why I was like advantage. Yeah, that makes sense. That's
Especially
why I
when
was
you can just get it as an item.
That's why I
Anyway.
was really hoping it would just be, gain resistance to a spell type.
No.
I'd be like, yeah.
Is there anything else I can do for you?
Anyone else need anything?
I should be
Roscoe?
fine.
Or did Zombie pass out?
I feel like he passed out.
Or is he muted?
He's not muted him. Well, he might be muted on his side. He probably passed out because he was laying down.
I can hear my name, but I don't know what's going on anymore.
Okay.
You're still awake?
Well,
I've been awake.
Hmm.
I think. I also actually thought I was muted, but then I responded and realized that I wasn't.
I think
So
it's
I've
time
just
for everyone to
evidently
say
been very
goodnight to
quiet.
Zombie.
yeah, you are tired, my dude. And are you guys done?
I think we're done anyways, so yeah.
All right.
I think we'd
So-
find an inn, wait the 2 days for stuff to arrive.
All right.
Imagine if Zombie has anything, he can just get a list later.
Now the things won't arrive yet. Keep in mind, they take a week to make, or like 6 days to make, but then they also need several days to arrive. So you would go to the place and then come back, and then they would probably be there.
Okay.
Okay. I knew he worked on them like a days, so that removed a day of it
Yeah.
being made.
It still requires a little bit more time.
Okay.
Well, we got what I think we should be fine.
That's
Alright.
what I was meaning by our
So-
travel time is the same amount of time it is for the work on it.
So you find an inn then?
Yep.
Yeah.
I'll just
How much for the inn? For the 2
between all of
Or,
you, I'll
Or for, I
call
think
it.
if or I think we'd probably just go to the temple in the morning then. If we know it's not gonna arrive in time. So just for the day then.
Alrighty. I'll just have us go forward about 18 hours.
So how much
Alright.
paid for the rooms?
For all of you, I would say let's round it up to 15 rupees.
Fuck.
By the way, did I spend the 10,050 or whatever it is for my crossbow?
The automatic crossbow, he didn't want the money right away because it was experimental.
Okay.
Oh, were you wanting an ancient crossbow?
No. I was thinking the repeating. Would the repeating one even have the?
That requires Appa to really think about it, and the DM to really think about it.
Okay. Well, let's rephrase that. With the 2 days of him having it, if he thinks it would be easier for me just to have a heavy ancient crossbow, that doesn't bother me.
Would you be able to get ancient bows? I thought it was arrows.
You can get
Well-
bows ancient.
Okay.
Actually, that's a little hard pressed because it's projectile. Anyway, so you, just to wrap us up for this session, you guys stay the night, wake up in the morning, whatever time you want to head off. I gather probably around 9.
Probably.
Alrighty. You
Have
guys.
breakfast.
Actually, you have to leave 10. The gates don't open until 10 a.m.
And it works.
That
Alrighty.
works.
So, 10 a.m. comes. You all, do you want to gather on your cart or do you want to go there by foot? Given the general location that you know of.
When
Probably.
passing, could we have seen a path?
No off passages that you would have noticed. You can.
Was there? Could there? Well, no. I was about to say because just in case there's a lot of stuff, I don't
Roll me
want to
survival.
drag it back.
Yeah.
quick.
Say if there's a lot of stuff and
Eon,
not all of it fits in any of the bag of holdings.
roll me survival, Eon, real quick.
Survival? Sure.
I would just stable my horse
1 second.
because we have the Toby horse.
The terrain would be fine, yeah, to take Joffrey or Jeffrey.
Oh my
Oh
god!
my god!
That's another one.
That's 2 for you.
How
They're
much
both
would it cost
useless entirely,
to-
probably.
stable my yet to be named horse?
The
For-
stable, 2 rupees.
It's probably entirely useless.
All right, I'll stable him in Forte for now.
God,
Right.
I couldn't crit rush shit last
Are-
couple times.
Are you bringing the cart?
Yeah, that was my thought.
Yep.
If we could.
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
Cart,
As you
Joffrey.
head
Are
out.
we putting Joffrey on it then, and it's just stabling both of the horses, or
I
the
would
other
do
two?
both, probably.
Yeah,
All right.
just because actual horses make very good targets.
Anyway,
Make sure to take off the
Um,
2 rupees,
yes.
Christian.
As
Two?
you
Two.
as you gather all your everything you need, and head towards the gates, you see them with a rather loud mechanical, almost like a bang. The doors begin to swing open back into the actually like really raining, almost like a thunderstorm weather on the outside of Forte City, contrasting, of course, with the sunny light on the inside.
Maybe I
As
should have
you-
brought a magical umbrella from the lady.
As you head off onto your next quest. And with that, we're going to end the session.
So, what was the survival roll for, anyways?
Yes, right. Sorry. You. Apologies. You. There seems to be some sort of trotted path of some kind off. You don't know if that's where you need to go. It's in the relative direction.
But it might be close enough.
But it might be close. You also have a general map of the area, so it's not like you really need it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we're getting into combat next week, probably.
Yeah.
Woohoo, I realize I spent no money on anything, pretty much.
Hashtag mounted combat.
Hashtag mounted combat.
Tag mountain combat.
So,
mountain-
Shay,
take mounted
Hashtag
combat.
horse, take
how heavy crossbow that's ancient? Yay, nay.
I don't remember if I specified it has to be a certain weapon type.
Is that a force? That's effectively
Okay,
a
I
force
don't-
bow, isn't it?
It's force, yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
it would do
that's where it runs into an issue for me.
It wouldn't make its own ammunition.
It wouldn't make its own ammunition. It's just a
Yeah,
bow
that's
with.
why I was like, if you have the force, that's why they have force. The
That's why I was thinking
arrows instead.
making it a
of those.
repeating crossbow, and he would just be one of the people that could make it a repeating crossbow.
Let's see. Where are you? Anyway, not to get distracted from ending the session itself. Yeah, we should be pretty well back in order entirely by next session. Might have more art, who knows? And might have everyone back again, because Garbo should be back. But anyway, have a good night.
Goodbye.
Bye.